Hello to whoever is out there listening. I set this up because Canadian Spider-Man was streaming and the stuff he was saying was probably too close to the truth, so I figured they were going to shut him down, and so I had this as a backup. So hopefully he'll see his Twitter message and know he is invited on here to continue his message to everyone. So I'm just going to sit here until he does. Because he was trying to have people come visit him on his link, but his link was not working, so I couldn't. This way he can have his voice heard, at least until they shut us down as well, I guess. But, it happens. Sadly in this world. I mean, heck, you can't even repeat what you've seen on the news, which is weird. Like, you'll get a fact check, even though it was like the very doctor you're saying said it. Like, nope. Like, okay. So I am hoping he will see his Twitter message, and I gave him a link to this stream so Canadian Spider-Man can talk. So, because, like, if they shut my stream down, the very first thing I would do would be go to my Twitter. And so hopefully he'll see that. So I knew the way he was talking that they were going to shut him down. I knew it. Hey, Price. Right now I'm doing my hair, so, like, nobody wants to see that shit, so I'm just doing that, waiting. Canadian Spider-Man was putting out a good message about the stuff going on in Canada, and I knew they were going to shut him down, so I had this backed up and ready to go. I'm just hoping he sees his Twitter, so he can hop in the back, and I can let him come up here, and hopefully all these people will follow so they can hear him. Although all he would have to do is tweet it out, really. Her hair roots are getting too dark. Gotta lighten that shit up. I mean, nobody thinks I'm actually fully blonde, obviously, but, like, I'd like it a little more believable than it is currently. Hey, Dee Dee Myers. Hey, darling. How are you? And yeah. I don't have my glasses on. If YouTube shuts your channel down, I think they just shut his stream down. I think that's all they did. But if anyone wants to get hold of Canadian Spider-Man, I mean, I've tried to, but maybe he just didn't see the message yet. But, like, if someone wants to let him know that my platform is available for him to speak, then, because he was, like I said, he put a link to his, it's not StreamYard, it's the other thing that's like StreamYard, I guess. But the link was not clickable in the chat, so I couldn't, because he wanted people to come join him up there to talk. But nobody could click on there to do it. This way people can. So he can have his platform, a platform to speak from. Because he's up there in Canada dealing with this bullshit. And I think people have a right to have a platform to be able to be heard. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm sitting here trying to type with one hand and not get hair conditioner and stuff all over my keyboard with the other hand. If YouTube shuts you down, your channel, or you can use Gab. I think I have Rumble. I don't know if I have Gab. It's entirely possible that I had signed up for those things when people were doing mass exoduses from YouTube, and I signed up, didn't do anything with the account, it's just sitting there. That is entirely possible. So I might actually have a Gab. I don't know. You would have to check, I'm afraid. But if anybody wants to, get a hold of him, I don't know if somebody has like a number or whatever. Although I will take this small opportunity. Oh shit. That's not going the way I thought it was. I'm trying to copy paste something. I don't have my glasses on, so it's not going well. Okay, there we go. Because obviously I gotta do my thing. Obviously. Shit sucks. I'm sure shit sucks for everybody, but I gotta go in here and drop it. Like it. Okay, I don't have my glasses on, so I had to make sure that said what I thought it said. I think it's kind of flippy. I gotta get real close to the screen to see what things said. Thankfully, I recognize y'all by the color of your profile picture, so I know who y'all are. But to see what you say, I'm a little happy with it. I'm hoping you got the message. Let me go check. I kind of miss it when Twitter would let you know if someone saw the message or not, so at least you know if they got the message. I'm like, okay. Get your ass over here, boy. Darn Canadians. I didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't find you on Gab. Gab is a Facebooking alternative. which doesn't shut down free speech. I'm not even saying anything really wild anyway. Like, I'm saying wild stuff would probably help me get elected, but also got to be careful because, if you do this Hail Mary of throwing out some wild sounding shit to get elected and you don't, then you just look crazy and like a loser instead of a sane loser. I don't know. Because, I mean, some of the stuff, there is some stuff that sounds crazy that probably needs to be done, but it's all about presentation and how you know, convey it to the people. And some folks are making it sound like some crazy ass shit, and I'm like, oh man, your delivery is terrible. And it makes everybody else look nuts. And it's like, nah. Oh, my hair. It's always burning the scalp a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. My eyebrows are a little dark. And it's really boring. This is sort of like a standby thing because, yeah, they shut him down. Although he may be trying to start a stream up and not. He might even try to restart the stream without even looking at his Twitter. That is a possibility. I need to lighten my eyebrows. They're too dark. I have that shit looking too fake. My eyebrows are legit this dark. So until my eyebrows are decent, it's kind of nice. And my eyebrows are important. Alright. Clean my glove off my hand because this chemical you don't really want on your hand because your hand gets all weird. Alright, now I got my glasses on. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. I need to get my keyboard back because I dropped it because I'm stupid. Alright. Now let me go back and see if they allowed him back on. Head rush. Alan went back live again, that motherfucker. Hopefully he'll see that. I wish you could like pause your live stream. Well, I guess I'll just end the stream because he's like, yeah, Cardinal apparently offered him the same thing. I'm like, when? When did he do that? Because I didn't see him in the fucking chat offering that, but okay. I'm being sarcastic, Spider-Man. I put down the like, that's okay. Cardinal's way cooler than me. Can't hear tone of voice when you talk, yeah. Ooh, I could probably screen snipe him. He probably wouldn't mind. I hope not. Gets his message out there, which is what I was trying to. That was basically the point of it. It's like, Can we even hear him talking? Hopefully y'all can. I just see the messages. Dandelion Fluff, hello. Yeah, I'm helping spread the message of our Canadian friend. So if I don't respond to the chat, it's because when I click back over to there, all I see is the full screen of what I'm showing you. I hope Trudeau is fucking hiding that piece of shit, and I hope he stays fucking hidden. I know I don't think our leader's any fucking better. Wouldn't even really call him a leader, if I'm honest. That's the whole point. The whole, like, when one or two countries do something insane and they get out of pocket, you can, like, usually another country will chew their ass for it. But when the entire fucking planet decided they were just going to go against the Geneva Convention and everything else, what do you fucking do about that? It's kind of hard to do anything about that when the whole world decides to do it. It's madness. This is where they stopped the stream before. I don't know what I'm looking at. It says who are often misogynistic are okay. Oh, okay, I see what it's saying. I'll turn this up. I have a couple minutes. Are you saying that the people who are unvaccinated are like misogynistic? That is such a weird ass thing to say. Like, what? It's in French, we'll talk. We know people who are so much recognized and will be the consummation. There's also people who are vehemently opposed to that person. These are these two. People don't believe in science. People often misogynist, often racist too. Wow. They think that if you don't believe in their science, that you're like, you don't like people of color or you're a misogynist. Wow, that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's Trudeau. Trudeau's crazy. Trudeau is absolutely crazy. Now, that's not some divisive shit right there. Our leader. Fuck is Western Standard? Let me check my stream real quick. Hey RC Scott, how are you doing, darling? Cool. I too am in Canada. Dandelion Fluff. I'm so sorry. I hope you're at least in a good part of Canada. I don't know if there is a good one or not, but I hope it is. I hate to think the entire country went to shit. Kind of like America. America went to shit, but there's certain parts that haven't. It's not a big piece, but it's a piece. But hi, how are you doing, RC? Yep. Thousands of dollars out of my own pocket to study culture, study travel around the world. People in other countries, meet and talk to them, experience their culture, and the readiness to well, he gets around. Not me though. I'm boring. The closest to leaving the U.S. is when I left the continental U.S. I went to Hawaii one time, and I was like, I went over the bridge to Windsor, Canada, for like an hour one time years ago. That's like it. Not a whole lot of impressive shit. You can go through my closet. You can dig all the skeletons out of my closet, copy, and read them in my history. More of the defense them all. You're a liar. You're wrong. True that. Not everyone thinks that. Yeah. Wrong way. There we go. I didn't know our media was labeling our truckers as this. Oh my lord. Well, they say that eventually, one time or another, you end up on a list. Sign me up, motherfuckers. I guess. Some of my heroes were on lists. They killed off most of my heroes. I believe in science, but I also believe that we don't know everything. And science should be able to be argued. Because if you don't bounce ideas off each other, how will you ever proceed forward? Oh, wow. None of us are lucky enough to get to see Spider-Man kick Trudeau's ass. We're not that lucky. That'd be so cool. I would pay-per-view that shit. Oh my god, he called him soy. Aha! Love it. Alright, I was just checking the messages here, sorry. Yes, thanks to TikTok, I have seen the convoys. TikTok can't take the videos down quick enough, man. I'm TikTok is bombarded with trucker videos, and it's great. You even get that convoy song on a few of them. You can look up Rubber Ducky or Convoy song, like you just get shit tons of videos. Yeah, he said it was a small minor fringe of people. That's a lot. That's a big fucking fringe, dude. They got a huge fucking fringe. Anytime the government says it's a small fringe of people, they're just trying to downplay what's actually about to happen. Yep. TikTok is showing lots of trucker videos. Peer to peer is more reliable than the media. I believe you, baby. Well, I can't really hear it, sweetie. But I believe it. But someone said Trudeau put a virus in. Which you can do anything you want. Those views are freedom and right to choose. Yes. And transparency. Yes. For those up preach it. Justin Trudeau said are not acceptable. That they are wrong. The majority of Canadians, you just heard him say it, the majority of Canadians do not hold by freedom. Can you speak back over here for a minute? All right. Can y'all hear it okay? Am I sharing the sound or am I not sharing the sound? I'm going to stop sharing for just a second and then I'm going to go back to sharing to make sure I got the sound in there because I wasn't 100% sure myself that I did. There we go.
I don't care either way. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Awesome, man. Good to be here. Good to have you here. The Time Prophet. And you're all the way from England, man. Good to see you here. Trudeau put a virus in my phone. Yeah, I don't know what happened in that video, but I had another one. But you have a hard time finding these videos of Trudeau saying this shit against Canadians. The mainstream media is just closing it down. but it's there. You can find it. It is absolutely crazy. I know a lot of people from around the world are showing support. A lot of Americans, a lot of Australians, a lot of people from Serbia. I had a gentleman in the chat earlier. I appreciate it. We've all got to stick together. One thing that the government seems to be really dead set upon is negativity, dividing Canadians, putting us all against each other. You know, they're really good at dividing us. They're trying to divide us. That's done. That's over. If you go and look at people who are covering the protest in Ottawa that's going on right now, to a person, they're saying they've never seen the amount of compassion.
Hi, Raquel.
And unity.
I'm helping share
anyway.
Canadian
So
Spider-Man's
really
message.
And I think it's going to grow bigger and stronger. And it's about unity. The government's not going to be able to divide us any longer. The Time Prophet asked in the chat, do you get a lot of wolves here? We do have wolves. The Time Prophet, yeah, they're up in the mountains around us. Not right around my yard. I did get 3 deer, 3 big does. Walked through the yard this morning. I've got a video of that actually. Yeah, I've got it on my phone. I'll put that up on the channel.
It's starting to get dark where he's at. For here
So
today.
where the deer are, there's generally wolves not too far. So they're around, but I haven't seen. I think I've only seen 2 in this area in person recently.
How you doing, Raquel?
The last couple of years, anyway. Gap Stargate. Welcome.
That's the wrong
Good to see
thing,
you.
but yeah, if y'all want to
Just a
throw
second
some
for
love to
me
that,
to
but hold up.
I don't know how much longer my voice is going to hold out.
For our little Raquel. That makes me want to go outside and have a fire too. It's 58. It can't be still 58 degrees. Sometimes it doesn't refresh. Give me a minute. It is 57 degrees still. It's 7
This is
o'clock at
definitely
night.
a day for vodka.
Heck yeah. It's got a bit of a sharp
Kitty
wind, but
in
that's
the chat
nice.
says, love
I
from
might go
Oklahoma
outside and
to
burn some
Canada.
shit in the fire pit.
Love to Oklahoma, Mario Kitty. Mario Kitty, thank you. I know, I know a lot of support is coming up from the States. And I know Canada and America like to have friendly banter. We like to make fun of each other. Shit, we're like brothers and sisters. We do that all the time. But when it comes to it, when shit hits the fan, whether it's with China or Russia or whatever, Americans and Canadians, we've always stuck up for each other. We've always.
Yeah, I will talk mad shit about Canada. I will. He's
And
right.
I think that
I'll
what's going on
play
right
some
now
South
in
Park
Canada,
shit. The whole flapping jaws full of lies.
the
But yeah,
support
he's
that we
right
feel
though.
from America, we're noticing it.
Like if
We're
I had
seeing
a
it.
ability to do
And other
so, I would
countries
give
around
them
the world,
asylum
I've already said.
right
Australia.
now.
Yeah.
I'm sure a
If
lot of our
America
truck
needs
drivers
us,
would probably do their best to bring it
Canada's
down.
there. I've heard reports of up to
Sounds good, girl.
12,000 trucks coming up from America to join Canada in Ottawa. There's no more room for them in downtown, but hell, come on up and park outside and catch public transportation in. And the same would happen. If America was having this happen, you'd get Canadians coming over, streaming over in support. America and Canada have always supported each other.
Cold enough.
Notwithstanding the friendly banter, you know, and that's part of it, right? It's family. Wow, it is getting dark here, folks. I'm gonna turn on a light. If I have any mechanical ports, I think I do. That's what she said. There we go. That's better. All right. Glad to see everyone here. Gap Stargate in the chat says we all stand together. Fucking right, man.
Poor Time Prophet in England was like, I thought Canada was in America. I'm like, it's technically part of North American continent, so you're close.
Joined forces to defeat Iceland in hockey.
Besides, I don't know where
I'm not
everything is
familiar
in
with
England,
that.
so I
Boy,
can't
that'd be
blame the
funny if
guy.
that's true. I'd love to watch that in a heartbeat. Absolutely.
And there are parts of America that go up past where, like Maine, it goes up.
Moira Kitty in the chat says, anywhere is parking if you're bold enough. True story. Definitely. Sometimes you go to the parking lots here in Canada and you see snowplow trucks, like just guys with pickup trucks and snowplow in the front. And the big excavators put the parking lot, big snow piles up this deep, and there's no parking spaces. They'll just drive up the park on the snowbank.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck it, it's a parking space. I've got 4-wheel drive.
Perfect.
I saw snowmobiles going to the protests in Ottawa right now that are surrounding the Parliament buildings.
He's like, oh my god, is that a fire? You know, I'm not even going to engage
the
with
farmers.
that. I'm not.
Have you seen the
Because he's a
convoy
bit
of
of a
farm
bugger.
tractors coming from
I don't hate him,
Ontario?
but sometimes he does
that
get out of
arrived in
pocket real
Parliament?
bad. I've had to stop, tagging me
Crane,
crazy shit on
construction
Twitter.
cranes with giant Canadian flags on them. This is waking up all of Canada. This is amazing. This is big. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is
the
Canadian
time prophet in the
Spider-Man
chat says,
stream. If you
Canadian
want to,
Spider-Man. How far is the
we
nearest
have a
house from you?
gridlock in the Blue Water Bridge.
I might be able to hit it with a snowball
I
in my
will
house.
pass that on.
I'm just out in my back property.
I'm told there is
Yeah, I can probably hit the house with
gridlock
a snowball. My neighbors, I can
Blue
see them.
Water.
I can see one house. I can see two houses.
I hope I remember that correctly. I do get a little dyslexic.
Sort of see through the trees. My street's like 2 miles long. I think we have 4 houses on it. So we have 4. Yeah, that's 4. Just checking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. The comic relief crusader in the chat says, to America, come on in, sit a spell, and kick your feet up. Glad to have you over.
Yep.
Cap Stargate in the chat says USCA, US and Canada. You know what? And fuck it. Canada is friends and supports countries all over the world. I know we have strong ties with Poland, New Zealand, Australia, India. Fucking A, we've got to stand up for each other. Absolutely. When our problem right now in Canada is that all of these lockdowns, all of these mandates have been enacted without public debate. Justin Trudeau has shut down Parliament. None of this has been debated in any meaningful way.
I guess communism
That means
like
there are
runs in his
laws.
family.
They haven't gone through the parliamentary process. Is that just me saying it?
Will somebody get rid of that bot, please?
I mean, I know a
Thank you.
little bit about what I'm talking about, but I'm not an expert.
Oh,
However,
what I got?
the only living First Minister who helped create the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1982, the former Premier of Newfoundland, Brent, it's not Peterson, Peckford, Brian
Right.
Peckford.
Right.
He's on record, on camera, on a Jordan Peterson interview just a
Right?
couple days ago,
Yes,
saying
David Melbourne.
that. So it's not just me. Games, movies, and comics are us has joined. Hi, good to see you in the chat. And they say, hail at the Time Prophet. And live at the Love Shack is here. Hi, good to see you. Culture Casino. Yes, I've had some vodka. Culture Casino. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Comic releases to
Fireside
America.
Chat
Sorry
at the
about
tree.
1812 when we kicked
I
your
know,
ass. Don't
Culture
know what came
Casino,
over
you
us.
don't get too political on your channels.
Love it.
For good reason. You're going to alienate half your audience. I haven't been political before. I've tried to stay about travel and fun.
Someone
things.
said push the emergency
But this is a
queen
turning
button
point
and
in
have her
Canadian
fix shit.
history
I'm
right
like, the
now.
queen's a lizard.
Maybe world history. This is about freedom. This is about rights. This is about freedom to bodily autonomy. And I'm not advocating not to get vaccines. I'm not anti-vax. Fuck, I've got more vaccines in me than most people. I've traveled. I had to get a vaccine to go into Panama for Japanese encephalitis, yellow fever. But you know what? The mortality rate for that is somewhere around 30%, I think, but it's from memory. You can get physical disabilities that are lifelong, 50% chance of that. This is not the same. This is apples and oranges. The restrictions put in place haven't been justified. Had they gone through the parliamentary procedures, had they been open to debate, I think you won't have
Love Shack saying make Canada an absolute monarchy again.
the anger,
Yeah, because that
unrest,
worked out so well.
the unhappiness that you're feeling right now in Canada, the protesting.
Even England's not a
This has
complete
not
monarchy.
been gone about in the right way. I have studied the Canadian Constitution. In
Not a fan of
university,
Jordan
paid money
Peterson. Mine would be
to do that.
zapping and massaging.
I'm not an
Fair
expert,
enough.
but I do know.
I actually don't know who it is, but I'm not going to
Not
argue because I don't know who that
demonstrated.
is.
Canadian
But you
people,
probably have a reason for
the
saying that.
restrictions they put in place are the only ones that are going to work. They've not demonstrated that the restrictions on our freedoms are justified due to the threat and danger of
And everybody was
the
laughing at us
virus,
because
the
we were
COVID
like
virus.
fighting it tooth and nail
they
here
have
in
not
America. At least
demonstrated
not all places,
that,
but in a lot of places.
this is
in
the
middle-
only way to go
in
about
the middle
doing
of the
it.
country, we're
Those
fighting
are
left and right.
those are constitutional requirements for you to have.
This is why
as
we
a
were
government to
fighting
be
it
able to
left
put
and
in
right
restrictions like this
because
and override the
we knew it would
Constitution.
get worse.
And people say, "Oh, well, this is an emergency situation." Yeah, you think the people that created the Constitution in Canada didn't think of that? The
Right.
British North America Act, the BNA Act, in
I swear,
1867.
sometimes other countries love America
describes
more than Americans
situations
love
like this.
America.
The Canadian Constitution,
I think it's because we take
1982,
it for
Charter
granted.
of Rights and Freedoms, says that, yeah, you can override these freedoms, but these are the requirements that you must demonstrate to be able to do that. They've just ignored that. I think, and I'm not the only one that is saying this, that Canadians have been too complacent, myself as well. I've been too cynical. I thought, well, there's no point in fighting this because it's just the way government is. No, I won't bother to vote. I won't bother to become involved in politics. And that's what the government has taken advantage
Britain
of.
doesn't have Bill of Rights. Don't they have some kind of Magna Carta type thing or something? I
Thanks
thought they
to
had some
truckers
sort of
for
similar
standing up and getting us out
constitution.
of this.
I thought we got a lot of our
Canadian
constitution
people just
from
standing
there,
up
or
everywhere.
about the ideas for it.
In the chat, Molecular Arts has joined us. Hi, good to see you. Australia does not have a Bill of Rights.
They probably should consider one after this.
Well, and I've had Canadian friends who said Canada doesn't have a constitution. Well, no, we don't have a constitution like in the same sense that the States does, one document. But we do have a Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and we do have recognized constitutional documents, both in writing and not in writing through precedents in our courts. And you put all of these documents together, you put all of these laws and precedents together, and that forms our Constitution in a sense. And it's not me saying this, it's people that are far more knowledgeable and wise who've said this. And that's what's being violated. That's what we're pissed off about. So in the chat, Live at the Love Shack says, make Canada an absolute monarchy again. Well, that would be certainly better than the tyranny we have right now. I mean, I've said
because you can't say it monarchy.
We have 14
Britain has the
parliamentary
Magna
bodies
Carta. I
in
thought
Canada
so.
right now.
I
These
fucking
COVID
thought
restrictions
so.
and mandates have not been
It's largely
meaningfully debated in any of them. Justin Trudeau has shut down Parliament for the most of COVID, for the duration of COVID. But this is exactly when we need debate the most. Are we pissed? Yeah, we're pissed. Did it take us a long time to get to this point? A little too long? Yes,
Yes,
probably.
that's what's wrong with being too
We're
polite.
pissed.
But I'm glad to see them mad now.
The Wookiee Supremacy says, hi, Spidey. Wookiee Supremacy, great to see you here. Good to see you. D. Oberg in the chat says, for the truth.
Her.
For the truth. It's cold, my lips are freezing. For the truth, watch Rebel News. Yeah, you're right, D. Oberg. You know what, D. Oberg, I've known you for probably 2 years now. I've just made you a wrench. You're a moderator, buddy. If you have a link to Rebel News, feel free to put it in the chat. Anyone, if you want to put any links in the chat to what's going on in Canada right now, please go ahead. They're both for and against. I mean, we're not going to stifle debate. I'm not fucking Justin Trudeau. I'm not going to shut you down just because.
No, I don't have any debate. I agree with him 100%. I have nothing to
I'm
debate.
sorry if I'm shouting, but I'm passionate about this.
Hugs mean.
I'm passionate about this. Yeah. So, I usually don't get political. I like to stay light. I like to stay talking.
Sometimes you have to be political.
I like to say positive, but I do believe this is positive. I think this is a new beginning. This is a new start. The Canadians have woken up, and we've realized that we're not alone. It's just not a couple of us. There's a large group of people who are surrounding the Parliament buildings in Ottawa right now. And for every one of those people, there are tens and hundreds and thousands that can't get to Ottawa. But we have the same concerns. We have the same feelings. We're pissed. Thank you. D. Oberg in the chat has put Rebel News link in the chat. That's awesome. Moira Kitty says, I'm not a wrench. Well, Moira Kitty, we will change that right now. How do I do that? I just do this. Welcome. Thank you. There's no obligations with being a wrench. Oh, hey, thank you for getting that bot. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's no obligations. The wrench, I mean, trust me, I know being a wrench is a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. So if I know you, I'll give you a wrench. No obligations. Jeremy Ratzliff, I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome to the channel. Jeremy Ratzliff in the chat says, hey, just joking. Where are you located and how cold is it? What were you joking about? I didn't see you before. Let's scroll up and see. What were you joking about? I am in the Okanagan, in the heart, in the center of lower British Columbia. That's about 5 hours east of Vancouver. I'm basically halfway between Vancouver and Calgary in a section of British Columbia called the Okanagan. It's beautiful. We have warm weather here. Right now it's a couple of degrees above freezing, which for most of Canada, I know in Ottawa the protests are going on right now. It's minus 30 with the wind chill. I mean, there's thousands of people going outside, standing up for their rights, letting their voices be heard. It's minus fucking 30 degrees all across Canada. I don't know if you've seen the convoys coming across Canada, but people have gone outside in hundreds, in droves, in thousands, tens of thousands, if you add them all up. In minus 30-degree wind chill weather in the middle of fucking winter in Canada. That's determination. That's determination. And that's what Trudeau's against. That's what he is underestimating. The determination of Canada, Canadians. He doesn't know how pissed off we are. And we're not a violent people. The mainstream media can say all there's going to be violence in Ottawa. There's violence. First of all, the truckers that are protesting, if you have a criminal record, do you think you're going to be a trucker for long? No. These aren't terrorists. You fucking idiot, Trudeau. Fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
He thinks anybody who's against him is a terrorist. It's what all the governments think.
In the chat.
To be honest, terrorist is what the big army calls the small army. If I dare say so myself.
Theo Bird, Canadian, make Q1. Yeah, I will. Absolutely. The time prophet. Fuck, are you not a wrench? You are now, buddy. I know you. The time prophet says, I just put up a link, but it probably got blocked. You know what? I am having a really hard time. When you go on YouTube and you Google live Ottawa truck freedom convoy protest, they'll the first ones that come up for most of the pages, CTV, it's mainstream media, it's legacy media, it's CTV, it's CBC News, it's the mainstream media. Ottawa Walks is a channel of just a YouTuber walking around doing live shots. It's just live streaming of what's going on in Ottawa right now. You can find it, but it's being fucking buried. The videos that I just showed you on my phone of Justin Trudeau calling unvaxxed people racist, misogynist, unscientific. It's really hard to find that video. It's being buried, but I just showed you it. And I'll do a video about
Sorry, someone's like, can't be a ranch because I would go mad with power like Justin
In my
Trudeau.
experience, cats like scratches behind the ears. Yes, they do. Moira Kitty probably likes scratches behind the ears.
Yeah.
Dio has in the chat a bunch of trucks. You're right. I've heard there's thousands of trucks. I've seen, and it's not the same video of the same 5 trucks driving by. No,
Okay.
the lineup of trucks is upwards, the smallest estimates I've
Here in
heard,
Ottawa
43
Live. Oh, that's
miles
tempting.
long, upwards of if you add them all together, 200 miles long. That's the magnitude we're talking about. And for every one of those guys in the trucks and girls in the trucks, there's tens and hundreds and thousands of them, of us, standing in solidarity behind them. It's like John Chuck's, wrenches for everyone. No kidding, molecular arts. Well, I know all you people. I recognize every fucking one of you. Live at the Love Shack. You fucking definitely deserve a wrench, man. Absolutely.
You gonna give him a wrench? Oh my god, that dude's out of pocket.
Absolutely. Narok and Max Bears, as in the chat. I can't be a wrench because I would go mad with power like Justin Castro. You know what?
Car kill switches mandatory by 2026. Can't wait.
And I'll raise you a wrench
or
madame. Whichever. I don't care what you identify with. It's a bear. Whichever man, woman.
What the fuck?
All are welcome here. And in the chat, the Time Prophet says, "Here is Ottawa live." Yes, awesome. If I was better at this, I'm sorry. I'm a beginner YouTuber. I'm busy. I live in the country. I don't have time to go online and find out how to YouTube properly. But if I was a professional, like Jeremy or even Doomcock, if I had Kelvington help me, if I had Kelvington as a producer, there'd be a little up here, a little screen in the corner of a live shot of Ottawa right now. That would be awesome. Molecular Arts in the chat says 26 degrees Celsius equals 79 Fahrenheit. Yes, well, it's nowhere around 26 degrees Celsius right now. Right now, I'd probably say it is right around 0. That is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the freezing point of water. The Time Prophet in the chat says, Jeremy hasn't got your scenery. No, he does not. That's what I'm counting on. Christmas tree and a bonfire. Come on, folks.
Love Chat says in Fallout 5, Mora would be proclaimed as the next Caesar. I'm like, which Caesar? There was like 3 of them.
Am I an expert about the Canadian Constitution?
I don't know about anything about Fallout 5, so I don't understand.
Have I read it more than once? Yes. Do I know that the Canadian government right now is violating it, and that the mandates that they've enacted have not gone through the parliamentary procedure and therefore are not actually legal? Yes. Am I the only one saying that? No. There are people much more.
I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to go and try to do more with my hair, because I'm trying to fix the roots of my hair. So, like, I will be back.
Okay, back to the chat.
Oh, Lord.
Marata Maximan Bear says, when I looked earlier, most live streams were from or about Canadian truckers. That is awesome. That is awesome.
But if anyone pops into the
Edge of
basement,
Time says in the chat,
just wait and I'll
kill
be there.
switches
I just need
mandatory
to
by
do some
2026. Can't wait until that gets hacked. Signed into U.S. law today. Are you talking about what I think you're talking about, Edge of Time? That there's a kill switch in your car that can be activated remotely by some authorities that will just disable your car? No. Well, I guarantee you there's going to be a whole, if that's true, if that is what you're talking about, there'll be a whole submarket of mechanics out there that will easily disable that in a heartbeat for you. And there'll be YouTube videos about how to do that exactly. No, we're not going to stand for that shit. We are free people. And people keep talking about, well, you know what? It's your obligation to protect the lives of others. Yeah, and so forth. I'm not going to actively do harm to others, yes. But is it constitutionally? Is it in the Constitution that I have to get injected to protect my fellow Canadians? No, it's not. In fact, the Constitution states very clearly that others' safety is not my obligation. I am not obligated to make sure that everyone else is safe. I cannot go actively harming others. And if they want to wear a mask, if they want to get vaccinated, I'm willing to have my tax dollars, I paid tax dollars to go and support that. I'm not ever going to tell anyone. In fact, I haven't seen anyone tell people that you that I'm going to stop you from getting vaccinated. That we should have people come and force you to not get vaccinated. You certainly see it the other way around. You fucking certainly do. Anyway, in the chat, Time Prophet says, that is why they want people to have electric cars. They can take over your engine. Possibly. You know what? Time says cops will shut down your car. Yeah, no doubt. Murat and Maximandar says, even worse than cops stopping your car. How about politicians and spooks stopping your car? Exactly. Exactly. He also says, the Time Prophet in the chat says, I know Canadians have always been laid back. Is this a turning point? Yeah, we've been laid back. We've been laid back. I don't know if you can hear the passion and conviction and fucking determination in our voices. We're not. We are laid back. We are docile. Yep. And you know what? We waited 2 years, and we've been pushed, and we've been pushed, and we've been pushed, and we stood, and we've taken it, and we've been waiting for the process. We've been waiting for sanity to return, and we've had faith that the process will turn around on its own, and it hasn't. And we are, Canadians are tolerant and peaceful and laid back until a point that it's gone too far. And now's the time. Now we're pissed off. Now we're upset. We're not going to take it. We're not. What are we determined to do? What are we prepared to do? Anything and everything. We are not complacent. Not when it comes to our freedoms. Not when it comes to our basic rights. Not when our government insists on dividing us by fear and coercion. We're not going to put up for it. We are not friendly to people who are going to take away our rights arbitrarily, step on us. We're not friendly to those people, and we will stand up. Yeah, fucking rights. We know how to make fire, right? We're pretty good at fucking shots, too. Not that I'm advocating violence. But we can defend ourselves, is what I'm saying. We can defend ourselves. Time Prophet in the chat says, they're out of Maximandar. I would rather not have it than have it controlled. And you know what? Fucking right. Do you know how many horses are around me right now?
It's scrunched up your hair. Okay.
Not you. Molecular Arts in the chat says, of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. I've read stuff like that. It would be better to live under robber barons than
Are my rolling papers? I have some rolling papers.
bodies. Oh, I have it. It's by C.S. Lewis.
What I've done with them.
Well said, sir. We can go back to horses. You're right, they're out of matter. I probably mispronounced that, but I've had quite a bit of vodka, and I'm gonna have more. It's fucking one of those days.
There we go.
Cheers.
I
Absolute
can
vodka.
get 2 pence piece, 25 yards. That seems unlikely, but sounds cool. Sorry, I was reading what Time Prophet was saying.
Cheers, folks.
Salam, ship, my friend.
All right. Bear with me. I'm going to get the fire going. Jimmy Raslith. Hey, welcome back. Glad you're here. Carol's Cookies. Hi, glad to see you.
Yeah.
I had to start another stream. I had a technical issue. I unplugged my camera accidentally.
Oh, well, I thought they cut him off.
I couldn't get, and then I plugged it back in, and the camera wouldn't come up live again. So I'm not sure. But the Comic Relief Crusader says rebellions are based on hope. I rebel. Have we not learned from history? Apparently we haven't. Carol's Cookies says, haircut, Spidey. Yes, I got a job last week.
I know you
I
had
should
one
have told
here.
him my start
I think
date
it's the
would
first
be
time I've
next
actually
week so that
seen
I
him.
could be in Ottawa right now with the protesters with the truck convoy for freedom. However, I did. I didn't realize how big it was. Oh, holy shit! Did you just see that fire jump out at me? That's probably hot too. Ow! Yeah, that's hot. Ow! 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 Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. There we go.
Canadians aren't good with fire.
Build this fire up a bit more. But yeah, I had to get a job. So and I had trouble getting a job because many people are requiring you, if you want a job for the federal or provincial governments, you have to be vaccinated. And they're making it hard for you to get a job without being vaccinated.
What's that?
I've had COVID. I had a cough for 4 days. I don't need to be vaccinated. Anyone that needs to be vaccinated, wants to be vaccinated, wants to wear a mask, I will never tell you not to do that.
Actually, I would probably
do whatever you feel is necessary. Especially if you're
there's my girl.
80 years old.
My stupid thing apparently doesn't ding when somebody's in the back anymore.
I'm never telling you.
That's weird.
Yeah, I was waiting for my ding. I think my dinger's broke.
Not to get vaccinated.
But, yeah.
Most protesters, by far, are not going to tell you, you can't get vaccinated. Don't wear a mask. No, fucking do whatever you want. That is what this protest is about in Ottawa right now. That is what Canadians are waking up to. The right to do.
Someone asked, do you have religious or faith? Religion or faith? Does that influence your views on government and mandates? Somebody brought up the concept and they thought that it kind of did. And I'm like, no, I like to keep it simple.
Never will.
Do unto others, you have to do unto you. I don't want someone forcing shit on me. Maybe I should force shit on others.
I will never get vaxxed.
I feel like that's pretty dang simple.
The only way, if an injection ever goes into my
body,
body, when that happens, I won't be breathing.
Otherwise, we're just excluding the Constitution to only be those who follow God, you know?
It's never going to happen.
But there's so many different types of people.
Never going to happen. I don't care.
So I think they're fairly reasonable
not
guidelines that all should be.
I have vaccines for almost every fucking thing you can imagine. Every, Japanese encephalitis, hep A and B, all of the normal childhood vaccines. I've got them all. I'm not anti-science. Fuck, I paid money to study science in university. I believe in the scientific method. Of course.
What? I was like, why did Stephen say no?
Anyway.
There we go.
Jimmy Ratliff says, do you have a religion, faith? Does that influence your views on government and mandates? I'm not sure what religion would... I mean, yeah, I went to Sunday school. As most Canadians did as a kid. I'm not religious currently, no. I've been around the world a lot. I've seen...
Hey, Lord Haster.
Been born in many other countries.
Hey, Haster.
My religious views would be completely different. So that sort of got me thinking, well, and how... If they can be subject to change that easily, then maybe that's not for me. I'm stepping around that question a little bit, yes. But no, I'm not religious, and they're not influencing my... No. What's forming my opinions on this political situation right now is my schooling, I guess. The time in university that I studied the Constitution. When I was young, 18, 19, 20, I was involved in politics. I helped count votes locally where I was living on the East Coast of New Brunswick.
I think I got my polio vaccine. I think I
was putting up signs all over the city of Fredericton.
My parents got me the bare minimum possible because they knew I fucking hated shots.
I've been involved.
According to the records I could find, I didn't get shots till like I was like 5 or 6 years old.
Where I can't stay silent anymore. All that, there's a famous quote, all that evil needs to flourish is for good men and women to stay silent. Am I a good person? Fucking rights I am. Do I have faults and flaws? Yeah, of course I do. I'm human. But I'm not going to stay silent anymore. And I don't care if it costs me. Whatever, YouTube can shut me the fuck down. I'll start up 10 other channels. I don't care. I'm pissed. And I know our Constitution. I own 4 copies of the Constitution.
That's the thing.
To be fair,
hey, Maura, do you know Lethal Lightning?
I don't physically.
Lethal Lightning, I've heard of him.
Yeah, you know, like apparently he sadly, for some odd reason, for a stupid odd reason, his YouTube channel was
He
nuked.
figured out how to put this on
Hold
your
on a second.
channel.
Let me mute this for just a second. What?
Lethal Lightning. For some odd reason, for some odd stupid reason, his YouTube channel got nuked.
I know exactly why. He probably told the truth about what's happening in Australia and they nuked him. You're not allowed to speak out against what's happening there.
I thought it was because
they have been relocated to basically prefab buildings away from their home, and they're not allowed to step out onto their porches at certain times of the day to receive food that is brought to them. He's probably telling the truth, and they nuked him for it.
I thought it was because he showed an animated drawing that somewhat was showing off her chest, not like in a naked kind of sense, but enough that you could see cleavage. And I think that was probably the case where his channel got nuked.
So maybe we check out his channel and see what the last video was, and that would probably be the one. The one that got him nuked probably wouldn't. Oh wait, the channel's gone. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we can write to him and ask.
The Love Shack says, "Make the Thunderdome great again."
Let me check his Twitter and see.
One candidate
Yeah,
comes out.
maybe you can write to him and
Judge
ask.
in and declare the
I don't really talk to much of those
man
folks
standing the winner.
in that group.
Fucking A. All right, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll go in against Justin Trudeau in the ring. He's got boxing experience. He's got amateur boxing training. You can find videos of that.
Go get them.
I have none.
Spidey.
I don't care. He's
Go
toast.
get him,
I'll
Spidey.
fucking take him down. I give him 20 seconds. 20 seconds. And I won't even
Oh my god, this piece of pay-per-view
even
shit.
sweep the leg.
Canada's
Yeah,
not social.
Cobra
Maybe it's
Kai
not pay-per-view.
reference.
I'm kidding.
I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'm 5'6". He's got the height advantage. He's got the reach advantage. I'm 145, 150 pounds. He's got the weight advantage. I think we're about the same age. I'll take him on. I'll go in the ring to stand up for what I believe in. I'll fight for my rights. I'll definitely go in the Thunderdome against Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau, I challenge you to a boxing match. Me and you. I have no experience. I don't even need a trainer. I don't need a coach. I'll go against you right now. I'll fight for my right to travel back east and see my family. Fuck yeah. You're going to lose. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. You're on the floor face down, crying for your mama. Guarantee it. I'll pay
That would
my
be
own
awesome.
way.
I would love to see Canadian Spider-Man
my
beat the
tongue
crap
hard.
out of Justin Trudeau. That would
I
be
don't want to get
fucking
investigated
great
by the
shit.
federal fucking police for what I might say.
Even if it loses, I'll still be proud of him. I'd be
Anyway,
like,
back to the
kick
chat.
ass, man, you tried.
Comic Relief Crusader says, live at the Love Shack. I would pay to see that. We all would. Absolutely.
Yes,
I think a lot of Canadians would. Moira Kitty in the chat. Congratulations on the wrench. She says, go get him, Spidey. Fucking A. Right on. The Time Prophet says, Canadian Spider-Man, would you win again, Putin? Would you win again, Putin? Oh, would you win against Putin?
Ooh, no.
Yeah, I've seen Putin. Putin's pretty built. I don't know if he lives in the country, though. I live in the country.
I don't know. I think Putin would win
I dig
on a
holes.
hand-to-hand combat
I move
situation.
stuff
I
every
think he
day.
would. To be
I
fair,
take Putin on. Yeah, absolutely.
I
absolutely.
would not.
Yeah,
Fight.
Putin, bring it on. I don't care what advantages you have. Bring it on.
Yeah.
If you're going to stand against freedom, if you're going to stand on people's rights, yeah.
That dude's
I'll
got
put my
black
money
belts.
where
I
my
ain't
mouth
fighting
is.
his ass.
I'll
Fuck
go up
no.
against you too. I don't need a coach. I don't need a trainer.
Russia is a
Absolutely
diplomacy
fucking
situation right there. Like I'd fight
You're right,
Trudeau
Max
too,
Amanda
but
Bear.
like
Even the chat says,
I would not fist fight
Justin looks
Putin.
like he's been
He
eating
would
a lot
beat
of
my
really
fucking
fancy food online.
ass.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah.
Is Canada becoming idiocracy? The whole North American
I can't go to
continent is
restaurants.
trying to fight
My
against
government
idiocracy,
says that
but yes,
I'm a
we are on
danger
our
to
way.
people. I don't have a vaccine, so I can't go to restaurants. Even though the last time I checked last week, 80% of people in British Columbia, where I am, in the hospitals, are fully vaccinated. And you have to dig deep to find those numbers. You have to dig deep to find those numbers, but it was reported in the Abbotsford the Abbotsford newspaper, the Abbotsford Gazette, or the
Poor
Abbotsford Free
Papa only
Press,
got a
or
white
whatever
belt
it
in
was,
judo. Poor baby. That is literally the belt you start
which
with.
is Abbotsford is
I
part of Vancouver. 80, what did they say? 16% of people in the hospitals in their region were non-vaccinated. 5% were unknown, and the rest, the 80 whatever percent, were double vaxxed, and they're the ones in hospital. So I'm not sure what Justin Trudeau keeps saying. Listen to the science. Well, where's the fucking science on that? Ben Franklin in the chat. Hey, I've not seen you before. Welcome. He says, God bless the truckers. I'm not personally religious, but I will take that and I will accept that. And I will say rock on.
Ah, I see. I was right.
Back to the chat.
He was talking about the animated character
I can't go to restaurants in Chicago either, brother. Chicago!
nudity
I got
thing on
English.
YouTube
I taught English.
and pointing out the
And
hypocrisy
I'm not going to dox him.
of them not
I'm going to say, shut
nuking
up.
nude content on YouTube.
Tony is.
Giving him a
I'm
warning
saying
or
his character's
suspension? Maybe. I can't believe they nuked the whole bloody
Shut up,
channel.
Tony.
That's excessive.
You're in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he's been to Japan. He knows what's up.
Oh well, he'll build
Ben
it back
Franklin
up real fast.
Says,
Well,
Yeah, shit
he does have a backup channel.
It's
It's called I think Lethal Lightning Live, and that's where he's doing his content right
I
now.
figured it'd be hard to stop him.
I'm
Because
sorry.
even if you had to start over, everybody likes him. All he has to do is put the word out and then find
I
him.
need a producer. I need a producer who works for Beer and Weed to come on and help me. Put up here, there would be like a live stream from Ottawa
Yeah,
right there.
well, I think I have his other channel.
Work on that. But right now, chat, you're providing great company. Thank you. Live at the Love Shack says he has a fire by his side and a burning bush by his back. He must be a holy man. I don't claim to be a holy man. I'm not much for other people interpreting spirituality. I think we're all capable of interpreting that ourselves. But if you need help doing that, sure. I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to say no. Moira Kitty, I see your hearts. Yep, we got the Christmas tree. Can't really see it. That's the axe. There's the head of the axe right there. The shaft of the axe. Yeah, that's right. Shaft. I said shaft.
Yeah.
People as much as you want. Oh, I'll show you the axe. You want to see the axe? Of course you do.
Rawr.
There's the axe.
Rawr. But an axe.
It's a fisker.
Alright. There's Lethal Lightning's other channel. You can follow him on.
I know. I didn't follow
I
him
have
in
a
the
couple of
beginning,
Canadian axes as well.
but I'll send my support though at some point
Yeah.
probably.
Since his main one is no longer existing.
Alright.
In the chat, Moira Kitty says, people interpreting religion is a political problem in my party here. Yeah, I mean, separation of state and religion is a thing, right? And I'm never going to tell anyone who wants to believe in religion not to. No, it's you do what you want. As long as you're not forcing it on others, you can go ahead and believe whatever the fuck you want. I mean, all the power to you. I will fight for your right to believe in those things. I'll risk my life. I will fucking risk my life for the right to believe in what you want and to say, as long as you're not spewing hatred, legitimate hate speech, say whatever the fuck you want. If you're religious, you're welcome here.
Don't put
I
churches.
personally don't
Said churches. I hit you
believe
too
in
many times.
religion. But what the fuck do I know? I'm a guy with a bonfire and a Christmas tree and a bottle of vodka. In the chat, Ben Franklin says, I can't wait to move down to the southern United States and become a country boy. Fucking A. There's been a couple of cars go by the road here, but we've got a road not too far away in the distance there. I don't know if you can hear them, but this is basically the remote country. I recommend the country. There's no authorities here. There's no people here to tell us that we can't gather around bonfires. There's no one here to tell me that I can't go do stuff. But this is the protests in Ottawa right now for freedom are mostly for people in cities that do have cops all around them and do have authorities all around them and are being restricted. And this is not an anti-cop protest. I think most policemen and policewomen have to do some constitutional training in order, I would fucking hope so, in order to become a police officer. So if they remember their studies at all of the Constitution, they know this isn't right. They know this is the mandates and the actions that Justin Trudeau have been taking are not legal. So I think we've got support from them as well. Culture curator says Russia is not invading Ukraine. Well, let's hope not. The Time Prophet says religion and politics are separate in Britain, and well, the Canadian political system is based on Britain, from my understanding, from my schooling, and so that makes sense. And there's nothing in politics that says you can't believe whatever religion you want to. Go for it. But don't try and force your religious beliefs on others. And you're free to believe whatever you want. That's fine. The Time Prophet in the chat says it should be separate when most people don't believe in God anymore. Depending on where you are. I think in the States, from what I understand, the majority of people do believe in God or a God. In Canada, about 10 years ago, according to Statistics Canada, 51% of Canadians don't claim to belong to a part of an organized religion. Fair enough. Do whatever you want, as long as you don't inflict it on other people. So, in the chat, Molecular Art says, act as though God exists. Right? Yeah. Act as if you're going to face consequences for your actions. I was raised by a good man. I was raised by a good woman.
Doesn't exist. You better be
several good men and several good women. My grandmothers and grandfathers had parts in that as well. And they all believed in your rights to choose what you believe is right, to believe in what you want to, and to protect and stand up for others that were being bullied. And right now it really feels like the Canadian people are being bullied by our government and by our leaders. To me, it seems that way. Right? Jimmy Razlet, I'm murdering your name, and I apologize for that. And I appreciate you being here. Jeremy, I called him Jimmy. I apologize. Jeremy Razleff asks in the chat, ever lived in a city? What's the best part of city life? I have lived in a city. Yes. I taught English in Tokyo. If you want to talk cities, I lived in Tokyo. Pretty fucking big city. There's as many people in Tokyo and Yokohama, which is basically a southern suburb of Tokyo, as in all of Canada. There are 35 million people, last time I checked. So yeah, I lived right north of Tokyo proper in a little town called Abiko. It's on the Joban train line, about an hour and 10 minutes, unless you take the rapid train, which I didn't want to spend money to do. Yeah. The best part of living in a city is convenience. You can have food from anywhere and everywhere you want. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I've lived in I've lived in small towns in Massachusetts, outside of Boston, for a year. Shout out to Jen. I've lived in Japan. I've lived in Australia. Shout out to Harry and Lorraine in London, Australia. I've lived in Northern Territory in Australia, in a little town called Humpty Doo. Arnold Fruits, the largest fruit packing shed in all of mangoes in Australia, as far as I know. It was at the time. Shout out to you guys. And everywhere I go, freedom is key. Cities, countries, I've lived in both. I prefer the country right now. Freedom is becoming more and more important the older I get. Ben Franklin in the chat says, I don't affiliate with any religion. Just believe in God or someone creating the universe and this existence we know as reality, but who knows? Exactly. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that. Absolutely. Narada Maximanbear says, do you ever see any Sasquatch, Ogopogo, gnomes, or Wendigo out there? Well, first of all, Narada Maximanbear, how the fuck do you know about Ogopogo? Ogopogo, the other creatures you probably have recognized or heard of, Ogopogo is specific to this region in the Okanagan in British Columbia. Lake outside of Kelowna. Just about an hour and a half away. There's a cousin to the Loch Ness Monster called Nessie. It's called Ogopogo. And he lives in the lake, very similar to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. So have I seen him? No. No. Have I seen Sasquatch? No. Have I heard him? Yes. I've spent a lot of time in the woods. I believe I've heard him. Haven't seen him. I haven't seen any of those. No. Not yet. But if I see them, you guarantee I'll get them on video. Okay. I'm losing the chat. Sorry. In the chat, the Time Prophet says, Canadian Spider-Man, it's cool how we can see those glowing eyes behind you. Yeah, man. Christmas trees and the fire. Okay. The Cosmic Relief Crusader says, I won't. Sorry. You won't? You won't what? Humpty Doo, yes. Narada Maximanbear. Humpty Doo is a small town. It had one gas station, one post office, and one convenience store. And they were all the same building. It's about on the highway, maybe half an hour south of Darwin. I want to say southeast from memory. That's going back 20 years. But yeah, Arnold Fruits. Citizen 333 in the chat. Hey man, good to see you. Good to see you here. Cheers. Live at the Love Shack says, not part with an organized religion. Liars. Everyone knows Canadians love hockey. Ooh, is hockey a religion? Fuck. There's probably a couple of anthropological papers on that. You might be right. Hockey is a religion. In that case, all hail Wayne fucking Gretzky. Wayne fucking Gretzky. He's the prophet we need. We need Wayne Gretzky to lead us out of this. And if you don't know who Wayne Gretzky is, stop watching this stream and go Google it right now and watch it. Yeah. The Time Prophet says, Canadian Spider-Man, where have you been in Britain? Not nearly as many places I'd like to. In England proper, I've only been to London and then on the bus ride to Dover and across on the ferry a few times. I don't think I've taken the Channel. I don't think so. No, maybe I have. But I've been to London and around, and I want to do a road trip all over England proper. I have been to Scotland. I've done a road trip around Scotland. I've done a road trip around Ireland as well. Rented a car and done that in Ireland. Scotland, I had a friend, Scottish friend. Shout out Callum Ferguson. Callum Ferguson, you big boof head, wherever you are, man, I love you. Shout out to you, buddy. That man can, holy shit. Yeah, he knows how to show a Canadian a good time. But yeah, he grabbed this little car and he took me and my girlfriend all around Scotland and showed us some parts where tourists don't get to see. So that was awesome. I would like to get a car and drive all around England and live stream it. Fucking A. LBG Geeks, enjoy. Hey, yo, man, good to see you. I had to start the stream again. The other one had some issues. Wally Bonago. You keep changing your last name, man. I love it. Good to see you here. Jeremy Ratzliff in the chat says, still waiting to hear your favorite movie from the past year. The favorite movie from the past year. One that I've seen. I've only seen one, Ghostbusters. It was halfway decent. I would have liked to have seen the original cast more. It was pretty good. The best movie that I haven't seen is a movie called Nobody. And I need to see that. I'm also waiting to see Spider-Man No Way Home. I can't see it. I'm not vaccinated. Apparently I'm a great dangerous threat, so I can't go see it. Legally in my province, I would like to. No spoilers. Don't tell me. No spoilers. La 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 la. I haven't seen it. I've avoided it. In the chat, the Time Prophet says, hey, Spider-Man, unfortunately, most Britons think of London as a foreign country. You need to come to the Midlands, where Middle Earth was invented. I fucking agree. I've got friends in Sherwood. Yes, Sherwood Forest. I've got friends. Shout out to Liz Dark. Like 30 years ago, 20 years ago, she was somewhere around that area. Nottingham. Not sure if she still is. Her and some other friends there. Hopefully they are. Okay. And in the chat, Jeremy Rassel says,
we're watching Canadian Spider-Man. He's doing a stream right now.
Yeah, because rollerblades are embarrassing for some reason.
I'm just answering Reckless Slug's question.
Oh, okay.
Not on rollerblades.
No, I'm trying to work on my hair. My hair's a disaster.
I don't know. I mean, who cares what other people think of you, really? I mean, really?
And I thought that I have to care what people think of me right now.
Okay, folks, I will get back to the chat. I've just got to stir up the fire a bit. Bear with me. Oh, yeah. We got some fire going on here. All right.
Hello, Catman. Right. Sorry about that, folks. I had to
take no letter. Okay. Wally's Finagle. Man, I love you. I love you changing your name. Hey, if a few of you I haven't recognized, if you're new here, I normally don't talk politics. I normally talk travel. But right now I can't travel. My government says because I'm not vaxxed, I can't leave my country. Remember,
I say sneak
North
out of the
Korea
country.
doesn't let their citizens
I would not recommend that.
sort of like what we go through.
They're usually more worried about who's coming in than who's
In
leaving.
the chat, Live at the Love Shack says,
Go through the woods.
just because you don't believe in God, that doesn't mean that there isn't a job to be taken. Fair enough. I'm not going to dispute that. Okay. In the chat, the Time Prophet says Nottingham is about 30 miles from me. No shit! Oh, well, awesome. Yeah, if you happen to see, she's probably 10 years younger than me. If you happen to see a woman by the name of Liz Dark, give her a high five and tell her that Steve from Canada says hi.
Check the chat.
Canadian Spider-Man, she's not familiar with.
Hey.
Okay. Ben Franklin in the chat says, coolest story of my life.
More like,
Cool. All right.
again, before creative.
I met Stevie
on
Wonder.
getting out.
What?
I am very
Ben
confused
Franklin,
by what
you
that
fucking
means, but
met
it sounds
Stevie
nice.
Wonder about 10 years
Hi,
ago.
hi, ouchies.
Gave
How
my
are
family
you? Meow,
and
Kronos,
me.
which I guess is sort of the same, I'm reckoning.
Either way, whatever. 3 backstage tickets to his concert that
Oh,
night
hey,
at Hyde
Mischief.
Park
How are
in
you?
London. Stevie's the best. Are you fucking
Oh,
kidding? Hyde
wrong
Park. I
link.
have been to Hyde Park. Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park. You can get up on a soapbox and speak whatever you want to. Fucking A. No
Anybody
kidding.
wants to send
Stevie
support
Wonder
to the
is a
channel
man.
to help with
Hell
stuff
yeah.
that happens
That's
when I'm
really
not
cool,
on
man.
here?
That's awesome,
would be
Ben Franklin.
awesome.
Fucking A. I will
And
cheers that. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
for
You say that is I think you said that's your best story?
uh,
Coolest story? Yeah.
yeah, trouble
I
copying
fucking say that
paste
is your
in here.
coolest story. The only famous person I've met.
That's Canadian Spider-Man.
I sat on a plane and
again?
it was a Swiss Air flight. I think we were going from
That
London
sounds
to-
awesome. Very awesome. Bring it back
Awesome
to
sauce.
this. There we go.
maybe London to Germany or Amsterdam. But I was sitting next to a girl that was London to Hong Kong. I apologize. It was London to Hong Kong. Yeah. She was the hairdresser for Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's hairdresser on the show.
Yeah.
That's the closest I've come to meeting any famous person. I'm thinking Mr. Bean had a hairdresser, but apparently he did.
Yikes. Lord Miles was a Welsh guy who traveled to Afghanistan and arrived the day the Taliban took over. Oh man, talk about some shitty ass luck.
Oh, SSG says, LDG of Geeks and Joy. Hi. Good to have you both here. I'm not sure if you're both still here, but good to have you both here. Naraxaman Bear says, did you catch him being able to see? Was there a time when Stevie Wonder could see? Are you talking to Ben Franklin?
That's actually a good question. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure when he lost his sight. Ben Franklin says, what a blast. Oh, what a beast. That took like 10 seconds. I think I know what you're talking about. And Jeremy Ratzlaff. I'm probably butchering your name. I'm sorry, man. Says, how many in this chat are hailing from outside of Canada? How many international is this little fireside group right now? Well, I know that the Time Prophet is from England. I know that. I mean, I haven't gone there and physically seen the Time Prophet, but his claim has been consistent throughout the year or more that I've known you, the Time Prophet. Fairly certain you've never claimed to be from anywhere but England, Britain. Let's see. In the chat, Citizen333 says, yeah, Mr. Bean rules. Raquel SSG says, I'm still here. Well, I hope so. LDG of Decent Joy says, still here. Good to see. Hey, Pickles, if you know where I can find the link to let other people come on to the panel and onto the stream, I'm using YouTube Studio.
Yeah, you can't use.
I can find the link.
I don't.
Put in the chat for people to come on.
Yeah, because he tried to put the link in, but it was not clickable.
Much more.
He's on YouTube Studio. You have to have StreamYards to do
how
that.
I put the link out there to have people come on. Absolutely, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
I don't know how much longer.
You have
out, and I was hoping to have this view.
You have
on the stream. Just I'm
and
not
use
savvy enough
StreamYards.
to know where to find.
I tried to get him to come over here so he could
thought
write a message, and that way
it didn't work
do
out.
links, but
I never. If it involved wood and a hammer and
Not
screws, I could fucking do it.
he's like, are you
YouTube
using StreamYard? No, he literally said he
video.
didn't, bro.
Fucking do it. So in the chat, and the chat is super important. How many in this chat are hailing from outside of Canada? Okay, that was Jeremy Rentless, yes. Naratha Maximanber says East Washington, Northern Idaho region. Okay, so I could, Naratha Maximanber, you're probably within a 10-hour drive of me. The closest big city I am is Kelowna in British Columbia. So if you know where Kelowna, British Columbia is, I'm pretty sure I could get to you within a day if I was allowed to travel back and forth between the United States and Canada. Ben Franklin in the chat says, you should show off that axe with a demonstration on the Christmas tree. I should. You're right. You're absolutely right. Live at the Love Shack says, Time Prophet, do you know Lord Miles? And he says, go to the high seas and download it. Interesting. Live at the Love Shack.
Right.
In response, the Time Prophet says, Live at the Love Shack, no idea who Lord Miles is. Not sure I know either. To be completely fair, not sure I know who Lord Miles is. Huh. Interesting. Live at the Love Shack says, French-Canadian Spider-Man has a preference to be skates over rollerblades.
It's gonna take him a while to see my. But he's way behind.
I'm not French-Canadian. I do parler français, mais mon accent c'est très mauvais.
Dang.
It's really bad.
Sounds better than mine. Shit.
I know enough French. It's about the same as my Spanish and my Japanese, to be honest. I know just enough to embarrass myself and get myself in trouble. I certainly can't hold a cultural conversation. But it's helped me talk with people around the world. I love cultures. I love people from around the world, and having other languages at your disposal certainly helps. I speak English. I speak Pig Latin.
Yeah.
I'm not fluent in Pig Latin, but I can work it out. I speak cursive. I'm fairly fucking proficient in cursive. Spanish, Japanese, French, all at a low level, like 2 out of 10. I can get my point across. I did study Italian in university, but the only thing I really remember from that is prego, which means welcome. That's right, your prego spaghetti sauce, it means welcome. Not assuming. All right, in the chat, you're out of Maximin. It says, Is Lord Miles that guy who travels to other countries and gives away money and digs wells? Cool. The Time Prophet says, how did Stevie Wonder know that he was giving away tickets? Probably wouldn't have. Good point. Time Prophet. Good point. In the chat, the Love Shack says, Lord Miles is that Welsh guy who traveled to Afghanistan and arrived the day after the Taliban took over. Ooh, bad timing. Ben Franklin says, love Mr. Bean. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, fucking A. Absolutely. What would Mr. Bean do? What would Brian Baitano do?
He probably would have got lost in the woods trying to migrate to America.
Citizen 333, good to have you here, man. Says, I've met several famous people all by chance, but my favorite was Lemmy by far. Lemmy? Lemmy. Lemmy. I don't know who Lemmy is.
Ouch.
Jack Lemmon? Lemmy? Do Jack Lemmon's friends
I
call
love that
Lemmy?
he thinks it's talking about
I mean,
Jack
he was
Lemmon.
in-
I love it.
What's that one with Walter Matthau? With the Odd Couple. Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, Grumpy Old Men.
Oh, God, no. But he's talking about the guitarist,
Grumpy Old
Lemmy.
Men. I don't know Lemmy other than Jack Lemmon. Geeks of LG says, I'm still here. Raquel is still here. Okay, I'm all right. Fair enough. In the chat, live at the Love Shack says, I'm talking from Brazil. Really? Fucking A. I've never been to Brazil. Not yet. I want to go. Dioberg puts a link in the chat, says, users, Bean. Okay, that's a Mr. Bean link. That's awesome. Nerada Max and Manberry. Okay, you know where I am. He says that's a good day's drive. Yeah, but I used to snowplow. I put myself through university having a snowplow business. I can drive for 26 hours, I think, is my record. I can drive for 20 hours to your day's drive, no problem. Lemmy from Motorhead, Citizen 333 says, you know what? I do like music. I'm not familiar enough as I should be with Motorhead. I'm aware of them. I don't really know any of their songs. But cool enough. All right, fair enough. Jeremy Rasleth in the chat says, you've been hoping for people who disagree with you to come on to the chat so that you can debate? No, not necessarily. No, not at all. What I'm saying is, unlike our leaders, all are welcome here. No matter your views, no matter your preferences, no matter your beliefs, all are welcome on this channel. And unlike YouTube, unlike
Hi, Viking
mainstream
Dad.
media,
How are you?
your voice, your opinion won't be
Where are you at, Mischief?
won't be stifled here. You're free to voice your opinion as
I
long
have
as
to pop
it's
over here
not
occasionally and check the chat.
suggesting that
I've been
other
forgetting.
people should be eliminated from the planet, if you know what I'm saying.
Dying.
As long as it's not hate speech.
Oh, dog ran out on me when we were out to
Yeah,
dinner.
Absolutely.
Luckily,
Jesus,
one of our
you're
neighbors
like
was
a Lego
holding
How smart do you
on to
really think you
her
are?
for us.
Right?
Oh, gosh. I'm glad you got your dog back.
Yeah. So,
I
Oh,
wonder
okay.
how she escaped.
Pets do that.
Was she in the backyard or in the house?
Molecular Arts in the chat says, as an Aussie, I don't even speak English properly. Well, I've lived in Australia off and on. I think I've been to every state in Australia. I learned to figure out what you guys were saying. I actually love your slang and how you a nickname for anyone with red hair in Australia is called Blue. I love that shit. Yeah, no, you guys are awesome. I've got a friend in Australia. His name is Ben. What's his nickname? Any Aussie in the chat, you know what his nickname is. Your name is Ben. Your nickname's Dover. Ben Dover. Of course. I love you guys. I love your language. And yeah, it's English. Pop culture curator in the chat says, what kind of camera are you using? It plugs into a USB port. It sits on top of my screen. It was about $60. It's got a ring light around it. It's about that big. It's well, can I pull it?
Oh, burying an ass.
I don't think I can.
You think the vaccine should be pushed on people?
Not sure of the name brand.
Apparently, it doesn't sound supportive of the
But yeah, it's
truckers.
just a little ring light. Clips out.
People like that, it's going to help bring these
on
countries
the
down.
laptop screen. Plugs into the side. USB camera. About $60. It's pretty good. In the chat, the Time Prophet says, molecular arts. Struth. Mate, I'm sure you do. Fair dinkum. I'll translate. When the Time Prophet says molecular arts, struth. Struth means that's the truth. Mate, I am sure you do. Fair dinkum. Fair dinkum kind of means the same as truth, although not as strongly. It means, yeah, fair enough. Right? I think I'm translating fairly well there. Jeremy Ratzlaff in the chat says, you've been hoping for people, okay, I've read that, to disagree with you. No, I'm just happy to have anyone come on, really. In the chat. Where's Darius Munchausen?
Okay.
Does anyone know where Darius Munchausen is? Let's get him on here. Fuck, he probably knows how to.
Got odds.
The link out there in the
YouTube
chat.
Studio, bruh.
Yeah, you can't invite people on YouTube
So,
Studio. How do you have StreamYards for that?
I have met a hell of a lot of famous people. It would take a long time to list them. Met all three Stooges from. Oh, no, sorry, Mike. Not all three Stooges. My cursor from my mouse was over it. It looked like Stooges. Let me repeat that correctly. He did not say Stooges. I think I need more vodka. Met all three singers from Iron Maiden. Gareth Thomas from Blake 7, etc. That is cool. If you'd met all three Stooges, that also would be very fucking cool. Either way.
Be difficult. Been dead for a very long time.
Snowplowing seems like a fun job. If you like staying awake for 30 some hours and lack of sleep and out in the snow in your bare hands installing constant velocity joints, universal joints, anyone out there knows what a UV joint is on your drive axle, you know that in the snowplow truck, I'm probably going to go through a few of them in a season. And yeah, when they break is when you're fucking jammed headfirst into a snowbank, your plow stuck deep in the snow, you try to back out your axle that can't take the torque in your constant velocity joint. Sorry, universal joint. Those are two different joints. And I do know my joints. Your universal joint snaps because you got one in each of your axle. And it's always in your fucking snowbank. So yeah, I enjoy the snow plowing. It was a good business. Cash is good. But turning wrenches at 2 a.m. when you have people that need to get out and go to work, like nurses and so forth. Yeah, it's a bit stressful. But I enjoyed it. I always walked around with a big stack of cash in my pocket. He's like, you sell drugs? No, I snowplow. I always have cash in your pocket. In the chat, Live with the Love Shack says, I address you as French-Canadian Spider-Man. Just do positive trolling and confuse the real Frenchman. I appreciate that, man. I parlay le français. I eat the poutine. I got some good French-Canadian friends. Fucking A. Shout out to French-Canadians. We are all united. And that is something in Canada in the last 2 years. Get back to the politics. Get back to the crisis in Canada. The crisis in Canada is that we've been divided. We've been separated. The media, the government, our politicians, for the most part, it's been about fucking dividing us and who gets special privileges. And you want to be up here? You fucking got to jump the hoops. And it's about making people afraid and making people afraid of each other. Like, I don't even know if people hitchhike around here anymore. And that used to be a way to fucking legitimately get around. It's hitchhiking. People are fucking afraid to let them in your car now. Are you fucking kidding me? I grew up in the 70s, man. I grew up in the 70s where someone was stuck on the side of the road. You'd give them a fucking bottle of water if they needed it, and they'd drink right from it. You used to help people. You used to go to birthday parties with giant fucking birthday cakes. And the birthday person, boy or girl, would fucking blow out the candles. And then you'd hand out a piece of that cake to everybody. There was no fucking masks involved. How have we become? How have we stopped thinking for ourselves? How have we become
Truth, man, truth.
so dependent on the government to tell us what is right and how to protect ourselves? What the fuck? Anyway, in the chat. The Tuck Prophet in the chat says, molecular art. I've learned everything I need to know about Australia from the series Wolf Creek. I believe that's a wine. I didn't know there was a series Wolf Creek, but fucking A. Live at the Love Shack says, I am fluent in Google Translate. Fucking A, man. Yeah, until they stop tinkering with that to control us a little bit. In the chat, Pop Culture Curator says,
Yeah, I think he's skipping over my request. So.
Sorry, I'm driving, buddy. Did you already answer my question about your camera? Yes, I did. Pop Culture Curator. It's a $60 USB plug-in camera. I can't see what make it is, unfortunately. The microphone is a real neck.
I was young in the 70s. I wasn't born in the 70s.
USB plug-in.
Freedom to choose.
Standard USB.
By all means, personal choice.
It's about that big
What
around.
we're fighting for.
It's got a ring light in it. It's got
It's more a buzz. What would I be buzzed on? I don't. I've been having a raw dog reality for years. It's not fun.
You've got to turn that off and select this microphone to get some better quality audio. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully that answers your question. Neurata Maximanbear says, so long as I can listen to podcasts and music. Fucking A. Molecular Arts in the chat says, fun fact, the omate design of the Ace of Spades stems from the 17th century when James I and later Queen Anne imposed laws regarding the Ace of Spades to bear an insignia of the printing house. Okay, that is cool. That is good trivia. See, where else are you going to learn that? Thank you for that, Molecular Arts. The Time Prophet says, truth comes from God's truth. Straight out of the mouth of God's truth. Okay, I can believe that. Fair enough. Live at the Love Shack says, repeat 3 times, Darius Munchausen, Darius Munchausen, Darius Munchausen, in order to summon the Dark Lord from the deep. Someone get Darius Munchausen on here. He probably knows what's going on. Although LDG, you're probably the most computer literate person I know. If you know how to work YouTube Studio and put up the link, please let me know. You'll be the first one welcome on. Right. The Time Prophet. What brand of hearing aid do you use? Says Molecular Arts, jokingly. See, we have no problem making fun of each other here. As long as you don't take yourself too seriously, you're welcome on my channel. I tend not to take myself too seriously. I don't really have a lot of time for people that do take themselves too seriously. You get the impression that Justin Trudeau really takes himself seriously, don't you, folks? You can sort of tell. Yeah. Carol's Cookies in the chat says the horror movie series Wolf Creek. I'm not sure if Wolf Creek is a horror movie series. Don't know. Not sure. Don't know. Carol's Cookies has a good idea. Head on a stick. I'm assuming you're meaning a hockey stick and a politician's head. Not that I would ever condone violence. Sounds like a good idea. Speaking of sticks, I'm gonna go get my hockey stick and the Canadian flag up there. You can see it. It's there, draped down, but it's not very visible. I'm gonna go get it. It looks like the flag is close to the fire. It's not. The flag is more than safe. No worries there. It's all about perception. Right? It's kind of what this stream is about tonight. It's all about perception. Anyway. Really? Live at the Love Shack in the chat says the original Spider-Man used face masks before Batman made them cool. All right, cool. Very cool. Time Prophet says, Molecular Arts, the best Australian movie I've watched was called Malcolm from 1986. I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen a few good Australian movies. I've seen a few good New Zealand movies too. Once Were Warriors, starring... Shit. I know his name. It starts with a T. The guy that plays Boba Fett. Morrison. Mr. Morrison. Yeah. He was the star of Once Were Warriors. Camille Morrison? Something like that. Yeah. Great movie. Great New Zealand movie. Australian movies, I've seen The Mullet, Nugget, The Castle. The Castle. The Castle has to be one of the best Australian movies going. Timura Morrison, yes. Thank you, Molecular Arts. Yeah. He plays Boba Fett. He played Jango Fett, I believe. And he was in a movie from 2000, I think, or 1999, called Once Were Warriors. Man, dude is tough as fucking balls in that. If you want to see a movie where Boba Fett kicks ass, watch Once Were Warriors. Dude is hardcore. Like hard fucking core. It's awesome. Thank you. Yes. Tamura Morrison. Yeah. I don't even pretend to be able to pronounce that correctly. Molecular Arts. Yeah. There you go. And yeah, the mullet. Mullet was a great Australian movie. There's a hairstyle called the mullet, as you know. There's also a fish called the mullet in Australia. And that's kind of what that movie was about. Nugget is about a gold nugget. Cracker Jack. Cracker Jack. It's a good Australian movie. It's about lawn bowling. Sort of. It's fucked up. It's a good movie. But The Castle. I mean, The Castle to Australia is like Strange Brew is to Canada with Bob and Doug McKenzie. If you haven't seen Strange Brew with Bob and Doug McKenzie, highly recommend. But yeah, no doubt, it is your national haircut. Who is speaking of Molecular Arts in the chat says the mullet is our national haircut. Jason, a cricket player, in 2000, 2001, he was on the national team for Australia. I want to say Jason Gillespie. Jason Gillespie, famous cricket player, had a fucking mullet. If I'm thinking of the right guy, and I believe I am, he had a fucking legendary mullet. Yeah. Anyway, folks, my voice is getting rough. I'm gonna end it here. I was hoping to have other people come on the stream. Can't figure out how to work that out.
You need StreamYards to do that.
I'm gonna end it here. I'm using Wi-Fi. Pop Culture Curator in the chat says, are you using Wi-Fi or cellular? Sorry, I've been thinking about the streaming campaign as well. Right now, I'm just on the limits of my Wi-Fi. I've got a repeater and a booster that's getting me the signal out here. I have streamed from Wi-Fi before when I did the Above the Clouds live stream, but I need more data to make that practical. Both seem to work effectively. They were fine. Molecular Arts, wow, you know your history. Molecular Arts in the chat says, Canada's first mistake was dropping the Union flag from the top left-hand corner of our flag. I'm familiar with that flag, yeah. And that was in the 1900s, too. That wasn't that long ago, 1967, maybe. Pop culture curators also seen Once Were Warriors and says that's a great movie. You're fucking right, it is. All right, I'm glad, Jeremy, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. This has been good. Sometimes I have fireside chats. Please subscribe to the little red button below. There's no obligation. It's free. Hit the subscribe button. And I appreciate it. Thank you. I think we're gonna end the stream here now. Starting to lose my voice. But yeah, Raquel says raid the Moira Kitty channel for sure. Going to let you go now. And have a good evening. And I'm glad I had to do a stream because there was some serious shit going on. And yeah, I will eventually get to use StreamYards. It's a much easier program to use. Raquel, I think you've suggested that before.
Yes, I have. Thank you for reading my DMs.
Have a good night, everybody. It's been a good bonfire. And yeah, it's been a good day. Hopefully today with the protest starting in Ottawa, today's the start of something better. Start of maybe a change is happening. Don McDouglas, yeah, man, Jill is the way to go. Fucking A. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Carol Cookies, Time Prophet, Cal, SSG, Don McDouglas, Moira Kitty, KH, live at the Love Shack. Thank you, D. Oberg. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you all. Yeah, this has been a good stream, and we'll do another one before too long. Fucking A. It's all about freedom of choice. It really is. And honestly, it's about following the Canadian Constitution. You know, if we don't have a set of laws that we all agree to, and everyone abides to, regardless of whether you're a politician or not, regardless of whether your status, yeah, we need to follow the Constitution. And it is about freedom. Fucking right, the Tom Prophet. It's about freedom. Have a good night, everybody. I like your arts. Have a good night. Take care.
I came in a weird part of this. I'm sitting here like a blue whale skeleton. What?
What?
Ah, okay, that explains it. So there's a blue whale skeleton hanging from the ceiling. I was like, wait, what? I need context here.
Well, hopefully Canadian Spider-Man, whenever he does his next stream, hopefully he'll
Discover StreamYards?
Yeah.
No shit. I would have been glad to go on with him, but when you put that link in the chat, I'm like, dude, that's just a bunch of shit. That's not even something you can click. What's up, Carol? How's our favorite Carol?
Hey, Carol's Cookies.
Lots of hugs to you. Let's see. Invite. Here, kitty kitty to Carol.
Do you know you can pin that in the live chat?
Did I not put it in the live chat?
No, you can pin it.
Oh, pin it. Well, I don't want to pin it. Not that. I'm not inviting that much.
All right, just a suggestion.
Although I do need to, yeah, Cronus. Although I probably do need to go and pin my link in case people are feeling lovey and want to donate to the PayPal. Copy. Oops, there's our girl. Now let me hop over to the actual chat on Facebook, or not Facebook, you know what I mean. So I can put the thing in the pin chat.
Hey, Carol.
Hey, Raquel. Hey, Moira. What's up?
How you doing, sugar? You all right? You sound a little winded.
Yeah, I'm good now. For some reason I was like holding my breath for like 8 minutes.
For what?
What? What the fuck?
I sometimes I do that. I catch myself holding my breath. I'm like, "Ooh, why?
Oh goodness, girl.
Yeah, I'm weird.
I was gonna say
There's
that.
another-
It sounds like there's some issues going on. I just don't know how to help.
It's not just issues. I got volumes.
You got more issues in time life?
Oh yeah.
Ah, same.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Glad to hear it.
Things off. I'm
Promise
gonna-
those nice goggles. Indeed.
Yeah, you like them goggles? They're sexy, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're very cute.
Yeah. Chronos likes this picture.
You don't look very happy there.
It was an accidental picture. I didn't realize the computer took it. So, yeah. It's a real candid picture because I didn't know.
Yeah, any pictures I've accidentally taken, like I do not show because they are terrible. Especially in the middle of talking. There's almost nothing worse than someone in the middle of talking, like something about their face, like you catch them in mid-word and it just looks weird. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use my real face, so this is the closest you're gonna get.
Aw. You've shown your face before.
Only when I want to, when I feel
enough.
like it.
Okay.
I don't like to be on camera that much.
Alright. I was busy working on my face, my skin on my face, and my hair to condition, and it's like wrapped in a towel on my head, so like, yeah, like nobody wants that.
Sure, why not?
Huh?
Just
She
do it
said
up.
sure.
Okay.
She said sure, why not?
Let's see all wrapped up in the towel.
Oh, no, the shirt. They said it's better for a t-shirt to be wrapped around your hair.
Okay.
Instead of a towel? Yeah, I heard that before.
Ah! Ooh, 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 ooh! Oh!
Hey, Canadian Spider-Man!
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me? My voice is pretty fucking shot.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Am I too loud?
No, but you do have an echo going on.
Yeah, we do.
I don't have YouTube open.
I don't either.
I know.
Oh.
Nope, I'm being stupid. I'm sorry.
I do have YouTube open. I'm an idiot. No, we still have echo.
Ain't me. I have my headphones on.
Yep, that should resolve it. That was my
There
bad.
you
Sorry.
go.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
I'm still new to YouTube. I'm sorry, ladies.
We forgive you.
It's all
I
good.
figured when you were not using StreamYard, we were like, what?
Well, I have been out of work for the last 6 months. Do you have to pay to use StreamYards?
Actually, what I no, like the basic service, you can use your an email account and you get like 20 free hours a month. And so I have like 4 email accounts.
Yes,
Oh,
if you use
well, yeah.
if you use the basic one, you can only have six people, including you.
That's not a problem. That's fine. I would have trouble managing more than 6 people anyway, frankly.
Yeah, I have my hair up there so it stays warm and conditions my hair better.
I
Nice.
know.
I was thinking about doing the same thing.
That it's like, damn, Spider-Man.
Yeah. So sorry to interrupt. What were
Oh,
you
you're not
guys
interrupting,
talking
silly.
about?
We didn't think you were showing up, but you're certainly not interrupting.
Okay, cool. No, I'm not sure. I was hesitant because I don't know how much longer my voice is going to last. I was up all night last night watching the videos of all the truckers coming into Ottawa, and just there was tons of people singing "Oh Canada," and the Twisted Sister song "We're Not Going to Take It Anymore,"
Nice.
and I was just singing to the top of my voice. Yes, there was alcohol involved. Yes, there was weed involved, and I've
That is
done this to
totally okay.
myself.
So the
Done this
fifth
to myself.
protest had liquor and weed involved.
All
One way or
good
another.
protests do, right? And fireworks. Have you seen the fireworks involved in this protest?
No,
we have a
I've
lot of
not.
fireworks up here.
TikTok is having a hard time keeping up with all the videos because you know they tried to silence dissent, but man,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a fair amount. But there's still videos getting through on TikTok, and I'm still getting a chance to see them. and it's like long ass like convoy. One chick is doing the convoy song like she was duetting the line of trucks in the video.
Nice.
He's like way over there. Maybe he's trying to be gentlemanly and not drink in front of the ladies. I don't know, but like
Oh, no.
we've all had a
No,
drink
I
at some
assure
point.
you.
Sure.
I have no problem drinking in front of everybody. Yep. We're drinking vodka right from the bottle tonight. Because
Oof.
this is about freedom. Fuck it. It's COVID. Fuck it.
Oh, hold on. Let me highlight that.
See, I like how you can highlight comments in StreamYards. I was having a hard time
Yeah.
figuring out how to do that in YouTube stream.
Join the dark side of StreamYard.
But
You
But
will have
you
to
would
bring your own
think-
cookies, though.
YouTube as a platform would make it easy for you to be able to stream and have all those functions. What the fuck are they thinking?
They're not, dude. They've been fucking shit up left and right, man.
I mean, Lethal Lightning. I mean, just yesterday, got his YouTube channel nuked for some stupid reason.
I think it was about animated cleavage, if I
Yeah,
remember
but
correctly.
it,
Yeah, so it's not even actual
it wasn't,
cleavage, it's
like,
animated
naked.
cleavage.
it wasn't even naked though. It was just cleavage, and that got his YouTube channel nuked.
What?
Yeah. You'd think you'd at least get a warning. They straight
Yeah.
nuked that shit. They Hiroshima'd it. I was like, dang.
Shouldn't you get a warning
And here's
before?
the hypocrisy though for YouTube, because you can literally go on YouTube right now and just, well, for example,
With my tank tops, it's shown skin before.
I mean,
like-
just go to YouTube or for example, say boobs. You'll see like a naked chick showing off her chest, and
Yeah,
that
but-
some reason doesn't get taken down.
I guess you have to say it's artistic. I don't know.
How is that
Because
artistic?
that is the greatest threat to civilization today. Is boobs. What the fuck?
Yep, that's
What-
top of the
like,
list. That's why it'll be the
priorities-
real of us all, I'm sure.
Priorities out the window.
Ladies
and gentlemen.
nothing about crooked politicians. Nope, it's the Tatas. We're on the Tatas.
That's right. Because that's a threat to modern civilization.
Tits out for justice. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, like, so Lethal Lightning has a point. The hypocrisy over that, and getting your channel nuked just for animated cleavage is just
That's because
ridiculous.
because YouTube got called out for their bullshit. That's why, and they didn't like it. Hurt their
Mm.
little fifis.
Kronos, good to see you.
Yes, we love you,
Wonder
Kronos.
Is Kronos a moderator of yours?
I don't know.
Yes, he is a mod.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've seen.
I didn't know if
Kronos
he was or
around.
not because on StreamYards I can't tell who's a mod and who's not. It doesn't show the rank on this
Is
side.
Kronos a man? I'm not even sure.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure he's a dude.
Yeah, some of the things he says, I'm feeling like 99% certain that's a dude.
Either way.
I could be wrong though. So
Kronos is a
Well,
dude.
that's why I got that 1% for error there. Like, fairly sure though. I mean, we've said things like, "What's up, my man?" and like never got corrected on that. Hey, Haster, how are you?
Darth Haster is here.
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Haven't seen that guy in a while. Nice.
Where's your microphone at?
Who are you talking to?
You. Where's your mic at?
Right here.
Okay, because if your voice is giving you trouble talking, you might have to get closer to your mic.
Just don't put it too close to the fire.
He's not going to do that.
Well, I am only saying that because he actually almost did burn his microphone once.
I did. Yeah. Oh, you were there. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
There's.
no.
I don't know what this thing is called on your microphone, but it used to have 2 layers of pantyhose type material. Now it has 1 layer. And I don't have pantyhose that I can just replace it. Oddly
Just
enough.
order some pantyhose on the internet and just put it on there.
But if I get pantyhose, I'm going to use them to rob a bank. That's what you use
You're
pantyhose
gonna put
for,
it over
right?
you're gonna put it over your face.
Fucking
my.
rights I am. Of course. That or apparently a Volkswagen Beetle. If the timing belt or if the fan belt breaks, you can replace it with pantyhose. Apparently, and it works.
That must be some extra strong pantyhose. Because you can just walk a couple of feet and get a ladder in your pantyhose. I don't know if I can really trust that on a pulley.
Well, it'll get you home. I'm not sure how many kilometers it'll take you, but I've heard that that can be done on a Volkswagen Beetle with the engines in the back. You know, the old 1970s
Well,
ones.
maybe that.
Yeah. Oh, you've got Mr. Mischief. I've not seen
Yes.
Mr. Mischief. You've got some new people in here that I've not seen.
Yeah, I've never seen Mischief. I don't recall seeing Mischief before. Although it could be somebody I know, but with a different name. That's possible.
There was new people that showed up onto my stream tonight that you were part of that I've not seen before, and I think putting out the hashtag like Ottawa Freedom Convoy maybe attracted some more people. I don't know,
Yeah,
but some
hashtag anything going on
serious
with
shit is
Canada right
going
now will
down.
do it. For sure. Hi, Sherry.
Hey,
She
Sherry.
changed her name to Sherry the Sadist. Kinky
Is
little
it
thing.
Sherry or Cherie?
Sherry.
Cherie.
Oh,
Sherry.
is it Cherie?
No, that's just
I'm not
what the
sure.
state calls her.
Darn it, now you brought
So
it to her attention if I've said it wrong.
No,
so
it's Sherry.
Moira Kitty, you're pretty much in the heart of America in Oklahoma, right?
Yep. I can barely hear you, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I turned down the volume. How's that?
Sounds good.
Um, and are Carol's Cookies and Raquel, you're both also in America, I think.
Yes, I'm
Yep.
clearly in Ohio right now.
Yeah, she's
Ohio,
supposed to be my neighbor in Texas, but no, she had to go up to
I go
Iowa.
back. I go back next week.
Mr. Mischief is from Canada.
Oops,
Nice.
wrong one.
So is the American news
Aw,
covering the
her.
protests in Ottawa more than Canadian news is? Because I'm having a hard
They're not.
fucking
I
time.
haven't had. I haven't really watched local news much on TV because I haven't really had regular cable in a long time because we have things like Netflix and Hulu and whatnot.
Of
But
course, no,
from what
yeah,
I've seen, they're not trying to talk about it very much because they don't want to encourage dissent any more than is already.
in America.
Yeah, I mean, like even me running for governor, they're pretty much shadow banning it. They're not covering it.
I
Like
was
I'll
going to
send them a
ask,
press release, and they won't acknowledge it. It's like I've been blacklisted from even buying digital ad space.
is it because of your race?
You mean like my party?
No, I'm kidding. I'm not. No.
Not exactly because there are other Republicans. Some Republicans are able to. It's a bit like for running for mayor, it's a little easier. Apparently, as governor, apparently they're trying to make sure I'm edged out, and the only
Is it
place that has
all about the
accepted,
money?
huh?
Is it all about the money?
A lot of it is, but basically, I think it comes down to the reason why you need money is to be able to bribe people or intimidate them into
Right.
doing their job. But yeah, I mean, the only place that
Really?
says they would allow me to buy ad space is a publication called the Oklahoma Gazette, and that's the only place that said they would allow. They were nice enough to say they would allow me because I told them that places were telling me no. Talk Radio, who's interviewed a few Republicans, ignored me. Like I had screenshots of all the people who like I gave my press release to and they ignored me. One guy said he was
Right.
getting into political ads, and then 2 days later he writes back and saying, "Sorry, I can't help you." It's fucking weird.
Huh.
There's a lot of corruption going on, and people don't. A lot of people have their favorites and don't want to believe that those people are involved, but they are.
So, is it a closed club? And if you don't know the right people, you can't get in? Is that
If
what
you
you're
don't know the
telling
right
me?
people and you don't kiss the right ass, yes, it's a problem. And I'm not good at having money or ass kissing. I
Depends
try to be
on what
friendly,
she
but that's
looks
as far as
like.
I'll take it.
Well, at least you're
So,
honest.
Mr.
Right?
Mischief,
No, they don't care about that.
you're
I
right.
think they're
Global
worried that
news
since
is.
I don't toe the line and I'm not trying to kiss their ass. They're probably afraid they're going to go to jail if I get elected. It depends if they've done anything wrong. If they haven't done anything wrong, they shouldn't have anything to worry about. But I plan
Right.
on having the state audited. So whoever's been skimming money here and there is going to find themselves in handcuffs. And unlike Trump, I'll follow through with that shit.
Moira, is your state is weed legal in your state or not?
Kind of. It's medical.
What's your take on that?
I don't mind the idea of recreational, but I'm afraid it would ruin the small business dispensaries that are here, and it would also make it recreational and make it would allow large companies even easier access, like say Philip Morris and whatnot, to come in and other companies to come in and do God knows what kind of weed. Where this is more local grown, homegrown, and
Okay.
it's probably safer. So there's a couple of reasons why I wouldn't make it recreational, but I would
Right.
lower any penalties there were for people who were caught with weed with no medical card. Like, because I really don't feel like of all the things we have out there that really they should be in jail.
Do you mean
That's
police have better things to do
I know
with
it's
their
shocking, right?
time?
Yes, we got
Wow.
potheads in jail, but we got rape kits.
Whoa.
I know,
All
right?
they want to do is
I
raid
might
the
actually make it do their
refrigerator.
fucking job, and that's why they don't want me. They want someone because here's the deal: if you bring in somebody who cleans up house and fixes the mess, then what's everybody's platform going to be? What are they going to fix? What are they going to do? They want to. It's like in Blazing Saddles. Men, we must do something. We must protect our phony baloney jobs.
That
And
movie
darn,
was
that's
fucking
not the
awesome.
fucking truth of it. And I think they have
That's
a
an
feeling
awesome
that I don't
movie.
give a fuck who they are, whether they're chairman of GOP or fucking janitor. I don't care. Like people, you know, yeah. And yeah, I thought coming in honest and being Republican, I thought I was gonna be welcomed with open arms. I was wrong. So it looks like I'm like just gonna fight it myself.
That are
But that's
there
why I keep
only
dropping my links. I need money to help fight these people.
are there only two political parties in America that are
Mm,
legitimate?
it
Really?
might as well be. For Republicans, there's me and another Republican running, and the news isn't really covering him either. But he's got the backing of the GOP and a bunch of
What?
churches,
What?
which is
I
where some
don't
of this mess
understand
comes
what the
into play.
GOP is.
This grand old
I
party, it's the Republican Party. It's like,
Grand Old Party. I've seen GOP a lot in the news. I
yeah,
don't
that's
know
what it
what that.
stands
I
for.
think
And it's
most
not so
Canadians don't
grand.
know what that
It's
means.
not as grand as it once might have been. But
So it basically means the Republican Party.
yeah, it's the extra red part of the Republican Party. They're the ones who think that other Republicans are just rhinos.
I don't know what a rhino. I mean, I know what a rhino is, but
Republican in name only is what it stands for. So basically, you're not Republican enough. You're
oh
not
my
this enough.
god,
Yeah,
that's how out of touch Canadians are. I thought rhino was a whole different like Rhino Party. Republicans in name
rhino,
only.
like the
Okay,
animal, has the H in it. Republican name only is without the H. Anyway, but basically, yeah, if you're not Republican hard enough, you're not good enough for them. They don't want anyone that's in the middle. They don't want anyone who might
sounds
be
like
able to. It should be about
gatekeeping.
upholding the Constitution, but they want the Republican line code the way they want it done.
Sounds like gatekeeping.
Oh, it's gatekeeping out the ass. But both sides are guilty of it. But I can't. I don't really get to see the inner workings of the Democrat Party per se, because I'm not. I don't hang in those
Right.
groups. So I can tell you
No.
what I'm seeing in the Republican group, and it's ridiculous. Like I was talking to the chairman a few nights ago, and uh, I was
Can we
telling him my
smoke weed on
concerns
your
of this and
channel?
that. Huh?
Can we smoke weed on your channel?
Yeah.
It's legal here.
If you got a medical card here, it's legal. But you're not in Oklahoma, so it's all good.
I do not have a medical card.
It's not. Honestly, it's not up to me. It's just whether or not this silly platform decides to freak the fuck out. But anyway, Cronus is like rhinos suck. Rhinos suck because the crazy Republicans tell you so. And as long as the person is upholding the Constitution, I don't got a problem. But God forbid we should have any unity. Everyone's idea of unity is to think like them, like convert to us. That's their idea of unity.
But
And I mean, there's some things there's a lot I agree with the Republican Party. Don't get me wrong, but they're taking their shit like they're like you said, they're gatekeeping out the ass. And the
do you
chairman,
feel like Americans are united more than ever, or
I,
less
I think
so?
it's a tough call. Like I gotta admit, on the upside of the being divisive, everybody kind of knows where they stand, and everybody like there's no misunderstandings, so that's kind of good. But uh, we're more and more realizing we have more in common with each other than we do with our governments, for sure.
Right? Because they're detached.
But yeah,
They haven't really.
the media is a big problem because if people don't
Right.
see you on the news, they or see you in an article or something when they look at the news daily, they don't know who you are.
Right.
And so they're basically blacklisting a bunch of us, or basically ignoring that we exist.
Hmm.
And so that's why I need to be able to buy ad space, and like for a quarter page in the Gazette, because now it's statewide. It was mostly just the Oklahoma City area, but they expanded their statewide. It's $600 for a quarter page ad, and that's a
For
big
one
chunk.
day. One
No, no,
day.
no, no, for a month.
Oh,
They put out an issue every month.
that that's that might be to your benefit. You could probably.
It might be, but the Gazette's a little more blue leaning than red leaning, so that might not help me. But it's also sad that the only place that's willing to help me is a more blue leaning than red. Sadly,
From Canadian perspective, and forgive me if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me, but it seems like America is really divided, blue and red. Is there
yes.
not
Even though we have
any
independent
purple? Is there
parties,
not
we have
any
a
in the
libertarian
middle?
party. Yeah, we have other parties, and everybody always complains they want something more, but then they never actually choose libertarian. They keep bouncing between red and blue, and then complain about what they get. It's the
I
truth of
have
it.
no problems from what I've heard about libertarians.
I can barely hear you.
Sorry, libertarians seem to be reasonable people from what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, there's varying degrees of libertarian. You know, I mean, some a little more blue leaning, some a little more red leaning, but there's still a little more in the middle.
Yep. Yeah.
But hold on, let me. What link do I have for my copy paste exactly?
Carol's Cookies.
Yeah,
Raquel, are you
I
still?
think it's at the top of my thing. But yeah, I think oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong link actually. I mean, it's not necessarily, I suppose. I mean, if you want to give money to that, you can. But
Um,
hold up, I have a little thing. Here we go
Car-
for my website.
Car-
So if y'all want to help me get ad space so I can fight the media, that would be awesome. Because maybe if I put them in a position where like, hey, you know, this is revenue coming in. If this is money. I pretty much would have to bribe my way for the news to acknowledge my existence.
well, isn't that standard fucking procedure for
No,
today?
actually, no, it's not. Well, I mean, it is and it's not.
That's
It's
what
not
our government is doing.
well, it's what's happening, but it's not what's supposed to be happening. There's something similar to the
Right.
fairness doctrine.
It's not supposed to be what's happening. You're right.
So yeah, if y'all want to throw in a bunch of love, that would be super awesome. But yeah, there's a thing that says that the media, whether it's digital or regular publications or on the news, whatever, radio, any form of media is supposed to give fair chance to every candidate that asks. Like if you gave one candidate 10 minutes, you would be obliged if the other candidate asked to give them the same. They don't follow that. So I'm keeping
What do you
track
mean?
of those who do not do it, and I had the
But they have,
screenshots. Huh?
but they're obliged to follow that. Like those are the
Technically, yeah,
rules.
especially mainstream media. Independent media, I'm not sure, but mainstream media is supposed to, and they're not.
So, Moira, in your opinion, are you familiar with how controlled the media is up here? Have you
I,
seen any?
I do. There's actually a video I saw on TikTok, and I downloaded it because I didn't know if it would disappear. So let me see if I can get the
Right.
video. I'll get the
We've
video
got.
out
And
because
do you find that sad that
we're
I
actually
absolutely
afraid
do. I
that
do.
shit that could disappear. Like, what do you mean it disappears? Because it
TikTok takes
doesn't
it down.
agree with people in power's opinions
Exactly.
that shit can just disappear off the internet. Like, what the fuck? But I guess my question is, do you feel that American media is as restrictive and
It
controlled as
is.
Canadian
It's doing
media?
it in a more subtle fashion, but I think that it is. Yes.
But you've got
They're trying to be a little more.
Fox News.
Yeah, they're trying to be more nonchalant about it, but they're still fucking guilty of it.
And who are the big news players in America? I haven't owned cable TV in
We
like
got
10 years.
CNN, Fox News are the two big ones. We got a few others. I'm trying to
And
figure out what happened to that video.
Fox News is fairly against all the restrictions and
Well, no,
COVID.
well, they say they are, but they also will like restrict it in their own way if it doesn't go with their narrative and what they want and how they view
Right.
it. So they're both really guilty of it.
And so, in your opinion, and Raquel and Carol, feel free to chime in. But uh, it, do you feel that most Americans pay attention to the mainstream media, or are they watching YouTubers like yourself and myself?
Well, not many people are watching mine, sadly.
Well, no, but you know what I'm saying. Like, are most Americans following mainstream media, or are they
A lot
searching
are.
YouTube?
Well, a lot are,
Really?
and part of the reason is independent media, depending on which, like, they could find themselves booted off Twitter or whatever for not following the status quo.
With no warning.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I can't find the video. What the fuck? Why can I not find that video? That's not cool. Maybe it shouldn't be in this phone because I can't really. Yeah, that video is missing. That's super not cool.
Excuse me.
The more you cough, the more you get off.
What they say.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's funny.
For
It's funny you say that, Carol. I've got a good friend who, a fellow English teacher in Toronto, that used to say that. Shout out to Colin.
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, he helped teach English in Japan with me, buddy. Yeah, you gotta cough to get off. That's it.
I guess I can try to look at my favorite.
Carol, you've smoked a little bit of the wacky tobacco, I see.
I have never.
I think maybe I'm pretty sure you have.
I've never smoked that wacky tobacco in my.
I think maybe you have.
All right, maybe I'm smoking it right now. Why don't you shush?
Nah.
I know she has
I
the
hope-
gummies.
I
Oh,
hope
I got-
you are.
The death gummies.
Well,
I've got
it looks like the video's gone. Shit.
pipe.
Can't find it. I downloaded it to my phone. It's missing now. So I don't know what's up with that. Other videos I had are still there, but that's gone.
I have a question, if you don't mind. Have any of you three ladies seen the videos of the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau a few decades ago doing his like fully blackface
I saw
impressions?
that
Like,
picture.
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video? Like racist as motherfuck. Oh
No,
yeah.
I have not.
Yeah, like full on blackface, 2 different times, years apart, where he thought that was a good idea. And now
Is this the
he's
same
like
guy has his nipple pierced?
Justin Trudeau, our prime minister. I doubt he's a soy boy. There's no way he would want anything painful. No. Not a chance. He's probably never hit his finger with a hammer. I'm guessing.
Let's go hit him with a hammer. Just the finger, though.
Not that we advocate violence.
No.
I've actually
Probably
challenged him
not.
to on Twitter. I challenged him to a boxing match, although I have no experience. He does. I don't know if he's going to take it, but I hope he does.
Challenge him to a duel.
Oh yeah, I'll do it fucking drunk too. He can be sober. I don't care. I'm going to kick his ass.
Both arms tied behind my back.
I'll use my feet. Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg. Shout out to Cobra Kai.
I need to watch that.
Yes, you do.
I need
Yes, you
like
fucking do.
I like speaking of which, tomorrow night I'll be doing a watch party of the Karate Kid.
Do we have a link? Can you drop a link in the chat?
I don't have the stream for tomorrow up, but I am going
Sorry,
to do
I was
that.
apparently someone didn't like one of my videos, so they made a video about my video, and like she got 6 likes but no comments. But like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Any
basically,
publicity is
I
good
think
publicity.
I have the idea that it's possible the teachers union has put some of the teachers up to saying that they're sick and call in sick and caused the teacher shortage. And I said if they had a doctor's note, that's different. But if they are participating in something that's causing a teacher shortage, so they can basically the teachers union, the school board can hold people parents hostage. That's not cool, and they should be fired. And now she's trying to call me out for that. I don't know if that's going to go the way she thinks, but um, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are pissed off about being held hostage like that.
That's
So,
not cool.
and she even says, I said, what if this is a possibility? So I didn't even say it was. I said it's a scenario. It is a possibility. So yeah, and which I'm glad she did clarify that. But yeah, I mean, she wants their opinion on it. And she's never liked any of my videos before. She's never shared any of my videos. But now that she has a problem with something, now she wants to call it out. I didn't see no support before. So I'm just like, whatever.
And
So I'm kind of listening to what she's saying at the moment.
Myra Kitty are it. I'm not sure what it's like in Oklahoma, but are the teachers unions like here? They're very strong.
I don't know how strong they are, but I know that the one of the Democrat candidates running for governor is a part of the OEA, the Oklahoma Education Association, I guess. Anyway, but and also it's
I think it
weird
stands for
because
assholes.
her name is Joy Huffmeister, and she thinks it's a good idea that to cover the bus driver shortage, that we should have the National Guard driving the school buses, which I think is
Oh my
ridiculous.
god.
Yes, and she's part of this teachers union, and uh, they were recently even came out and said that uh, that parents didn't seem to care what their kids were taught before. Now suddenly they want to have a say, and basically threaten to arrest parents for if they complain at the school board meeting and stuff like that.
Whoa,
So
whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah,
What did you just say?
arresting parents at school board meetings because the school board claims they're tired of being yelled at. Well, maybe they should listen and they wouldn't get yelled at, but whatever. Anyway, but yeah, you can look it up,
Well,
Oklahoma school board meeting,
if
and
people are yelling,
it's
that
on
means
news.
they're really passionate and concerned.
Yeah, and so I think that if a teacher is not really sick and they're just calling in sick to add to this teacher shortage to cause basically
Of
like a strike
course.
without calling it a
Of
strike.
course.
And
Of
so,
course.
and I did say this was a hypothetical possibility.
Oh, are you
And
saying it's
now she's like,
political?
and now she's asking, should teachers be fired for calling in during a pandemic without a damn good doctor's note? Which is what I said. Well, if they're doing this in
Whoa.
league with the teachers union, I mean, if they just came out and said, "Hey, we got this concern, we're going to kind of go on strike," at least that would be telling people the truth and let us know what was going on. But if they're just calling in sick and causing this, you're causing like a huge issue here. And yeah, because there was argument on whether or not to open the schools, keep them open or not, and like the school board has just gotten too big for the britches, and now they think they can tell the parents what to do and this and that, and the
Well,
parents really shouldn't have a say. And so, like, this is kind of that's the whole picture of what I'm dealing with. And like I said, if the teacher is actually sick, that's not who I'm aiming this at. I'm aiming at people who are claiming to be sick altogether, because I mean, a lot of schools are having huge shortages, so it's weird that all these teachers are suddenly all sick at the exact same time for quite some time. Even my neighbor who does jewelry is being acting as a substitute teacher. Her husband, who is a mechanic, has had to go in and uh, act as a substitute teacher. So like it just seems weird that they're except with some background checks, they're having to pull people off the street damn near to be teachers. I've never seen a situation where teachers all called in sick at the same time for this.
Right.
And
So it's
so I believe there's
planned.
some bullshit. But she's gonna fucking go and make a damn video about me, and hoping to get people. I'm like, bitch, no.
But on a side note, I could be wrong, but my years watching Little House on the Prairie with the Ingalls family, they did have neighbors come in and teach their kids because they were involved with their education. So that's not necessarily a bad idea, but that's not your point. Your
Yeah,
point is there's some serious
if they're doing it for
suspicious
manipulative
bullshit.
purposes, yes,
Right, that's a
that's where
problem.
I'm at.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, and so that's my issue. Like I said, if they have a doctor's note or something that proves that they're
You like
sick,
that,
yeah,
Kronos?
I'm not attacking sick teachers.
Right.
And there's been a few
Yeah.
teachers who popped into the comments of my video saying, yeah, they're teachers and they hate this teachers union. So I don't know why this lady who her username indicates that she is law enforcement is fucking butting in. Except I guess union people stick with union people.
How powerful are your teachers' unions
I don't
in
know. I think we're about to
Oklahoma?
find out though.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I
And the
don't know
person
if
who I
you're
think helped
aware.
I think the person who helped may have had a part in this has suddenly come up with a $6 million uh uh solution, and it's from like private groups or something. But unfortunately, the backfall on that is that the potential of what is it? What do you get in exchange for that, and do they get to control
Right.
what is taught in the schools? Do the
Right.
parents not? And that's an issue too. But this woman is just going off half cock on one of my videos, one of them, and I'm just like, okay. So I'm trying to think of what to say to her.
Take
So
the high
yeah.
roads.
Well, no,
Take
I
the
mean I
high
need to explain
roads.
myself. I'm running for governor. I need to explain myself. Because there's a lot of people who love there's a lot of people who love cops and teachers in this state. So I need them to have them understand I'm not attacking teachers per se. I am attacking the fact there is a potential chance that this has been coordinated not long before the governor primaries in order to
Right.
manipulate the people. That is what I need to have understood.
It's on
So
purpose. Yeah. It's an. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still here. I was flirting.
Can you hear the fire at all?
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds
All right.
nice.
I had to make a correction. I meant tomorrow. I'll be doing the Watchers. No, no, not the Watchers. The Warriors. The Warriors 1979 movie tomorrow.
Starring
I don't know who's in that movie because I had never seen it before.
everybody. It stars everybody.
It's star.
Everybody's in it.
Okay.
Fucking everybody. Except
I'm in it.
Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Other than those, everybody's in it.
I have never seen that movie before, so
Um,
I'm looking forward to watch that movie. The Karate Kid movie, watch party. That is this upcoming Wednesday.
nice.
Okay.
The 1987 Karate, 1986 Karate Kid.
Uh, I'm looking it up. Says 1984. That long ago, huh?
Right. Ah, beautiful. That was Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen, 1984.
I heard that song before, but I haven't heard it recently though. It's been a very long while.
You you realize it is an anti-USA song.
No, I did not know that.
Listen to it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
He's
I said,
pissed. He's pissed off. Yeah. Bruce Springsteen at one point was not rich, and he was pissed off at the powers that be, the government. But yeah, that was a long time ago. I think he's changed his stance since then, unfortunately. But yeah, that's an excellent choice of a movie. What made you choose The Karate Kid?
Oh, the Karate Kid. Well, everyone's telling me I should watch Cobra Kai, and
Yes.
I haven't seen all of the Karate Kid movies. I have seen 1 and 2. I don't believe I see the third and the fourth one. So I need to do those before I, watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah, the third one. The third one would definitely help you with Terry Silver. Yes, apparently Terry Silver is in this new season of Karate Kid, of Cobra Kai, and I know he was in Karate Kid 3. So it would definitely pay off to see, yeah, Karate Kid 3. It's been a long time since I've seen that. But I still believe Karate Kid number 1 was the best one. Primarily because you have a guy with fucking chopsticks catching a housefly.
Mr. Miyagi.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, how are you gonna beat that? I mean,
Wax
Pat
on,
Morita.
wax off.
That knows
Have
something.
any of you seen Happy Days, where he starred as the cook at Al's
Oh, yeah.
Diner?
Yeah.
No, I'm not really familiar with that show. I know the Fonz was in it, but that's about it.
Of course. Yeah. Well, so was Pat Morita. He was the diner's head cook. Yeah, it was great. Carol, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Willis.
Yep. I used to watch it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
What
just
was
to be
his name on Happy Days? Mr. Arnold. He was Mr. Arnold on Happy Days, and that was played by Pat Morita, and he was funny as fuck. It was extremely politically incorrect. I'm probably betting you couldn't show those episodes today on TV. But yeah, he was funny then, and you noticed him. You took notice of him as an actor. And in Karate Kid, fucking A, like the same guy. Like, he was the choice casting for that movie, in my opinion. I don't know who else could have played Mr. Miyagi and done that role. Yeah. Good choice of a movie, Raquel. Awesome.
yes, just to refresh, the Warriors movie is tomorrow. The Karate Kid movie is on Wednesday. So keep an eye on that. And again, when we put the link for my channel, so get some updates on that.
And you put that on Twitter as well, don't you?
To do as well as
Awesome.
Discord.
Right. I haven't been on Discord in a while. I should. I've been busy. Are you on Discord quite a bit, Raquel?
Yes, I split my time on Discord and Twitter, to be honest.
Kronos in the chat says, link this. I'm pretty sure that's what all the truckers in Ottawa are telling Trudeau right now. Link this. Mandate this.
You're on Discord? I mean, Discord, Canadian Spider-Man?
I am on Discord, yep. I'm on the Echo Base community. I'm on Doomcock's Xanadoom community. I'm in with Darius Munchausen, yeah. Definitely. But I'm not on there often. It's like once a week. It's busy. You're busy up here. It's in the country. I'm cutting firewood. It's busy. But
Yes,
Discord is
Chronos,
nice.
the
I,
cookie can
I
play.
like Discord. Uh, Discord is nice because it's a platform where we can all go in and for free just basically have chats, video chats, audio chats, whatever you want at your own leisure.
I don't
It's a good
see
platform.
I don't see you on Darius's group.
I am on there. That's. But I haven't been active in a while. There we go. Oh, no, it's just a private chat with Darius. I'm not aware of any group in here. No, it's just a private chat with Darius himself.
Ah,
Although I'm in Rod Thunderheart's chat with Darius and
no.
different chat. Okay, yeah, you get that. Honestly, there's a lot to be involved with here. I mean, there's a there's a lot of faces to social media. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. When you start a YouTube channel, you think you're just doing a YouTube channel. Then all of a sudden you've got fucking Twitter to handle. You've got Discord to handle. You've got Instagram probably at some point. Like, it's ridiculous. You've got to start a Facebook page. Really? There's a lot of faces to this.
I gotta dip out for a few minutes.
Okay.
So I'll be back if you guys are still here.
Should still be here.
All right, I'll be back. I have to make an appearance somewhere else real quick. Won't be
All
long
right.
because I don't think I even know the person. Special request for a cookie, I guess. I don't know. But I'll be back. If
Oh,
not, have a good night.
does his name start with Captain?
No, it's not.
No.
I don't
Okay.
I don't jump for him that way anymore.
No.
Somebody else is having
He
a birthday,
jumps.
and
He jumps.
yeah, he jumped. So,
He does.
I'll
Whose
be
He
back.
birthday
likes
is it?
jumping.
Can you tell whose birthday is it?
Jason,
Oh yes,
Jason Lee.
Jason Leach, a trucker statement. Yes,
Right, yeah.
today is his birthday, so please go over there and
Nice.
say happy birthday to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. So I've been asked to show up real quick, so I'll be there. You guys want to come over, say hi, or whatever, or I'll come back here when I'm done there.
Cool.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Bye,
See ya.
guys.
Yeah. I think my fire's dying out here. I'm gonna head in as well and get some food. But yeah. Have a good night, both of you.
All right. Have a good night, Spider-Man.
Yep. Good night, Moira. Good night, Raquel.
Good night.
Apparently, one of my TikTok friends here in Oklahoma is about to go jump in it because she told me to go tag her in the original video, and I did, so she can see what I said. Then she can see in the comments where the lady made a video, and then she can go from there and follow that mess. Whoa! Did we lose him?
No, he said he was going to, get something to eat and go to bed.
Oh, if I'd known that, I would have at least said goodbye. Shit. Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to give y'all dead air. I just had it. Yeah, good night, Canadian Spider-Man. Sorry I didn't realize you were leaving, or I would have said goodbye. Yeah, this chick's like, don't go after the teachers. I'm not going after every single teacher. You're misunderstanding. Apparently, if you go after one, you go after all. It's like, no, that's cult-like behavior. No. But if they're trying to do it to manipulate an election, that's an issue. And that's all I'm saying. I said hypothetically that was a possibility. Because no matter what flu seasons and everything else, we've never had a shortage so large that we had to start bringing in, like, cops to be teachers
Mhm.
and mechanics to be teachers. I mean, I'm sorry, but this seems a little wild considering the what is it? Election for mayor is February 8th, and in coming up toward June will be the primaries for governor. And that seems the perfect time to start a crisis. So, yeah, and yeah, if that lady's freaking out, I can only assume maybe she doesn't even either know the full story or she's decided I'm the person she's going to start with. I don't know, but it's not like she's ever liked any of my videos or ever shared anything positively before. But now it's like, yeah, so like other people can get to be the judge. Like nobody else has chewed my ass for it. Even some teachers were, like I said, commenting in that video, going, "I hate the teachers union." More as a wild child. I'm not trying to be a wild child per se, but if there's a possibility that someone's trying to manipulate people like this, it should be brought to attention. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I said it was a possibility. I'm just saying the timing's interesting because somebody who's a superintendent of a school also happens to be running for Democrat candidate for governor. She's the one that suggested having the National Guard drive school buses, for heaven's sake. And also just now, surprisingly, claims she can solve the problem with a $6 million plan, but there's no guarantee that the parents will have any say in how that is, handled and what is taught in the schools in the process. Because you don't get $6 million for nothing. And like I said, what timing? Hi, Ted Smith. That's unusual thing to say. Okay. So what do you think, Raquel? What shall we do?
Well, Jason Lee is on right now, and it's his birthday.
Ooh! Should we screen snipe him or should we hop off here and go bug him?
No, let's well, actually, we can do either or, but yeah, we can screen snipe him.
Right, let's go find Jason Lee.
I have his channel. Let me
So
just
do
put
I.
it.
There we go. Alright. Ah! I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm not trying to share a link right now. I did not ignore you, Kronos, you silly thing.
I know what Anzo says. Oh, it's only 12 or 20 below zero. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'll pass. Oh man.
I gotta hide that so I can go over here and give it a like. Carol's
I
on.
tweeted this out, so. Well, Punkwaddle came. He's here. So.
Is that what Courtney looks like? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what she looks
I've
like.
seen her little avatar, but I've never
I'm
actually seen
probably
her.
making funny faces.
You never seen her on camera before?
Hey, Mara.
Hello. Canadian
Yeah.
Spider-Man's here. Hi, Canadian Spider-Man. Hi, Raquel. Hi, I love Steve. I love Steve.
Hello, Courtney.
Blame him. No, we're happy to have you here. Don't blame RPG. We're
Yeah,
happy.
I
Carol.
was on Moira's stream and from here. So
Oh, and now she's here.
Thank you for letting me go.
All right. I'm safe in the room.
Back where I was going.
Okay.
You back in your room?
Yeah. My dog wanted to go around the house.
I'm sure that dog.
Everything's freshly painted.
I'm sure the dog wanted to get in pretty quick after he stepped out there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
What kind of dog do you have, LDG?
I got some shit
The
mad at me on
half
TikTok
Chihuahua Terrier.
over a video.
Oh, he's a little guy. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say
He's a little guy.
my dog, my Boston Terrier, he's like a better wardrobe than me, but coats and sweaters and stuff because you're in Colorado in the snow, they get cold. People used to be like, you dressed up your dog, you're that person. I'm like, no, it's actually cold. Yeah, I dress up my dog, but it's cold, so I'm allowed to.
I said it was a possibility.
I got
I
a
didn't
little
even
terrier. I got a
know
little
my
terrier.
age
She's
as
got a
much
jacket
as
on right now.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Cookie? I didn't hear you.
No, I was saying I got a little
And she
terrier.
got upset.
She
I said
got-
I
she
didn't
got
even
her-
bundle my up. You bundle.
Got you. And you have a Jack Russell Terrier? Is that what you said, Jason?
Yeah, I got her one her little sweaters on right now. She's shaking it. I've got that covers on her in her little crate. She's like, she's cold. She's like, I said, you want to go out? I said, you want to go out to the bathroom? And it goes, she's like, she don't even want to go out. She's staying in her bed. She said, I'll wait till the morning.
Well,
I don't she'll want to wait in the morning because it's going to be 31 degrees or 28 degrees. So she might not want to be coming in there either. So.
I'm working on
But
my
if we are being
relationship with Jack
manipulated,
Russell
those who are doing
Terriers.
it should be
My
fired.
aunt had two of them, and one of them jumped at my face, and I have a
And she
scar from
lost her
like
shit.
the
and
top
made
of
a
my
video
nose down
about
to my
me.
lip. It, like the dog's tooth went through my entire lip. It was awful. No, I actually like them, but
Why did you use a dog?
for a while I was a little like Jack Russells were crazy.
They're snippy. They're snippy. But they're snippy. They will bite you. Yeah, I mean, you think they're a little dog?
Like,
They'll put a good little bite mark on them if
Yeah, I
they get
can't
them
even
mad.
buy ads.
Or somebody they
I
don't
didn't do
know.
anything. It was at Thanksgiving. It was my Aunt Carol's dog, and we were just sitting there, and I'm like, Carol, your dog just kind of snapped at my face, and I didn't notice anything until I saw blood spurting from my peripheral vision. I was like,
They're
damn.
real protective because my mom's she
Side
had
eye or
one,
something.
and
Only the Oklahoma Gazette was allowed.
my mom
Your
had
mom
one.
what?
And my mom had one like 6-7 years ago, and he did not know he would think the dog was a bulldog or something because he would literally try to jump on them and bite them, and he's a little dog like that big. I mean, he was a vicious little thing for a small dog.
Well, they'll tell me they can help me.
But he was they're very protective of non-family members. Oh, there's number one. Let me pop him in here. Hey, number one, what's going on, bro?
I'll be right back.
What up, number one?
Happy birthday.
All right.
Thank you. Is it cold where you living right now?
No, it's only like 30 degrees, so what? It ain't
That's not cold.
cold.
I agree with him.
It ain't cold.
That's cold. That's cold for us, though.
Below zero temperature before it gets.
freezing.
This ain't cold.
Oh God.
You're used to it, though. You're Missouri, right?
Oh.
Missouri
Yeah,
area.
yeah, I'm from Missouri originally, so
Yeah, you're there near
you
Deeds.
guys,
Yeah,
you
Crybaby.
Floridians are a bunch of wussies, man.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
Missouri is a. I got stranded in Missouri for like 3 days when I was driving across the country in Concordia. Are you familiar with that town? It's off of 70,
Okay, well,
and
if
it's near
it's off
Effingham,
of 70, then I
gigantic cross.
passed it one time or another, because
I don't know. It was
70
very
goes
interesting.
from St. Louis to Kansas City, so I've been that way a bunch of. So I know where Columbia is, obviously, which is right off of 70. A
These
little
were
bit.
like little tiny. It was a little tiny town. It was not. It wasn't really anywhere you wanted to be stuck for a couple of days, in my opinion. But we made the best of it.
Yeah.
Your state did get the nickname Misery, though, for a couple of days. Though.
But And the thing about Missouri is Jefferson City, which is the capital, is the only capital that is really not located off a major highway. It's not. It's not. It's not located off a major highway like every other capital is. You know.
Jefferson City isn't? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Jefferson City is not.
So it's not
Columbia,
off of.
Columbia, where the University of Missouri is at, is, but Jefferson City is a little bit further away than that.
Hi, Tony Nasa.
So, yeah, most people don't realize Jefferson City is kind of in a bad location, really. They
Well,
didn't.
Kansas City's not the greatest. Well, you're talking about like location-wise, I guess. But Kansas City, I remember being a little rough when
Yeah,
you stopped there.
yeah. I
It
mean,
reminded me of Philly, where I'm from, but I didn't expect it
yeah,
to be that way.
I mean, yeah. The western part of Missouri is way different than the eastern part because, yeah, growing up in St. Louis and St. Charles, basically. Um, I mean, you're used to it being kind of, well, especially well, really both because St. Charles like exploded big time and it's pretty densely packed. And everything, not as much as St. Louis, but still, you know.
So it's basically, Jason Lee, it's basically the same temperature in Florida as it is in Missouri.
I,
Kind
I
of.
guess. I guess.
That's
I
pretty.
guess.
See, that's nutty to me because that's it
Well,
shouldn't be like that in Florida.
yeah, I
That's
know. I know.
interesting.
Well, somebody was here. Somebody's from Texas here, and it's the same thing. But see, Texas got some weird. I guess it's the way the jet stream, I guess, dipped on us this time because last year Texas got that some weird freeze that, like in Houston, all the way in like Galveston, they were getting ice
They
and
had snow,
freezing
didn't
on
they?
the
Yeah.
boats on the Gulf of Mexico. Because you see these boats in the Gulf of Mexico have ice on them, and like that's where all those pipes were breaking and stuff, and and that's not normal. That don't you don't usually get that especially on the coastal area, especially. But I mean, northern Texas, of course they're gonna get snow and stuff, but so it's where this winter they call it a winter blast, or like I said, we ain't had one in a while, so this is the like first for Florida. I mean, we got cool, but not this cold in a while.
Yeah, this is for freeze. I think since yeah, a long time that I can.
Yeah. Now, like Danny, I know Danny. If you're on a comment chat, he lives over in South Carolina, and but look the way this. I was looking at the way the jet stream with they get pounded with snow right now. I know y'all are getting it too in New York and New Jersey and that area too. But I know he's getting.
I mean,
it's
gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be freaking up to the 70s again by Monday. So who cares?
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's Monday, Tuesday. Then we're gonna be back 78. Everybody's gonna get. Then it's gonna drop again. Like I think Wednesday, Thursday. Everybody's gonna get everybody sick.
It's only for a couple of days. So it's like, come on, man, toughen up, man.
Yeah. Well, it was just cold. Well, it was not this cold, but it was like 4 days ago. It was close to the 40s, 30. It was maybe 39, 40. Like 4 or 5 days ago, and then it got hot again for a couple of days, and boom, we got it was really cold. There's Basco. What's going on? What's going on, bro? Links in the.
Yeah. People who complain about cold, probably the same damn people who complain about it raining and can't drive in the rain and shit either.
Well, it depends on the rain. Now in Florida, we get rain.
Yeah.
I've had a rainstorm once. You couldn't see 2 feet in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking.
All right, I'm back.
Torrential downpour.
All right.
Type rain.
Yeah, I can't drive in that. No way. You kidding me? Gotta pull over.
Well, I have when I was working for Frito, was in those box trucks, and we're not supposed to be. If the wind is a certain speed, like if it gets up to 30, 40 miles per hour, we have to pull over. I was like in the middle of nowhere.
So far, my response video seems to be getting some likes and no hate.
Flip over me, we get some really bad.
I figured it was important to clarify exactly what I meant.
Yeah,
I got caught.
And they pop
Last
up
year in
from nowhere
Colorado, I got
sometimes.
caught in a
Out of
squall.
nowhere.
I had never been in a squall before, and that was some pretty crazy stuff.
I hate the word. Yeah. And yeah, and then of course when a hurricane goes through here too, then you got to worry about that.
It's cold outside. There's a taco show. What?
Yeah.
I must have missed something.
It's good old Florida when you heard.
Oh, the metal taco show.
That,
Gotcha.
That's what I'm
Okay.
worried about this year. We ain't had one in a couple of years, so
Yeah,
we're
that's
sort of
really-
due.
Yeah, not one that's done some major damage
Yeah.
in a while.
We had that one. What was that one? You remember that one? It was like, was it 3 years ago?
Francine.
The one that was setting off the Bahamas that was like almost 200 miles an hour, and it was supposed to go right for West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
And I was working in where I was working at Fort Pierce. That was supposed to be the epicenter where the eye was going to go over. And it was like they was telling, and everything was, the forecast say it's going straight through, right through Tampa. And where are you going to go? I mean, you're screwed. That thing was so big, it's just going to wipe right through the whole state. And people were like, "Well, should we close?" Our manager or DM was like, "Oh, well, should we close?" You damn right, we're going to close. I'm getting the hell out of here, because I mean, they was, it was evacuation. It was chaos. The whole state was during that time. Because where was you going to go? You couldn't go south. You couldn't go north. People were leaving the state. When that thing, and then I just out of the blue just turned away from it. But I mean, that was a panic move there, and we're sort of due. We ain't had nothing like that in a while, or when it actually hit us. I mean, we've had a couple of tropical storms, but nothing major. So, like I said, poor Louisiana's been hit hard the last couple of years. So, you never know. Knock on wood. Hopefully not, but.
I like good violent weather. I just do. I always wanted to be a storm chaser. Just could get anybody to go with me.
Yeah, 'cause they all called you fucking crazy.
Uh-uh.
You want to chase storms? Yeah, sure. Let me do that. We can do that. No, hurricanes. No, tornadoes.
Twister, like Twister.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I
Those
figured
guys
I
are
would
people
follow the
crazy.
already established storm chasers who know what they're doing, and I'll just kind of like tail them and just do what they do. They're not going to want to die in the storm, so I'm gonna follow them. But they know where the storm's going.
How do you
That
know?
way I don't
For all you know, somebody's got. Well, yeah.
You got a point there. How do you
Yes.
know they're not going to let you die?
How close are we gonna
They're
get?
not technically under any obligation.
We're
I
gonna get real
watched
close.
them on YouTube, man, and those guys they're like on a road in the middle of Kansas or somewhere, and that storm is like in a pasture, like good 400 yards from them, and like I think it's gonna turn this way, and they just keep going straight, and the storm looks like it's coming right at them, and like holy moly! We need to
I'm
get
not
Deej.
gonna want to get that close.
And get Deej to do that in his bunny suit, maybe chase the storm down there and for his YouTube channel or something.
There's a flying bunny. I see. Oh, that's just Deej. Okay, never mind.
See, I
Well,
got
I'll go with them
Dorothy.
because I want to go home, and I'll tie the bunny to my truck. The bunny is anywhere. It's
Is that a truck?
truck. With a bunny attached to it? What?
Exactly. Like-
Mhm.
That'll make for great content. And poor
That
DJ.
would. I can see it now.
Dude,
Poor Deej, he's just screaming for life. Ah!
do it live on the live stream too, man. That would be.
Yeah.
Would be funny, the bunny suit or the banana suit.
Either. I'd love to see him in this greatest American hero suit.
The flying
That'd be
banana.
great.
Good God. So what's going on with everybody else? Anything new going on?
I still got 4 more days to wait till my battery gets here. Sucks.
For your battery.
I bought a battery replacement for my UPS battery backup.
Oh,
So it's making this noise right now. Where it's an alarm. And it's a pain in the ass to shut off. But they're making me like, because I ordered it like, what, 2 days ago? Shipping is like, I was able to get things today. Like, I buy it in the morning, it's delivered by like 5 hours. Yeah, but not batteries.
I'm
Batteries? No. You gotta wait like 6 to 7 days. I'm like,
I'm
what
sure
the fuck?
everything's backed up now, especially with, like I said, all those truckers on strike and this weather and all this.
Oh, look, a flying.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be all kind of stuff's going to be hard to get in now.
Oh, excuse me.
It's not going to be instant deliveries for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, OG. Amazon doesn't revolve around you.
No, it's fine. It doesn't have to revolve around me. I already have the universe
My
revolving
radio
around me.
in
I don't need the solar system.
You know.
The world.
Where's
video
some
response
goofy
to that woman
drones
seems to
that
be
they
doing
use
okay
by
so
Amazon?
far.
I ain't never
Got
seen
a
one of
couple of
those yet.
likes.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Amazon drone.
Oh, they keep shooting
Yeah, I
down.
saw those.
They ever deliver something by drone to my house, I'm keeping the damn drone.
Right?
They're probably trying to make it more cost effective right now.
What were we flying with the drone earlier today? Was it a PlayStation?
PS5.
I don't remember.
Imagine
I don't think we're at a
Imagine that.
full
You see a
situation
PS5
yet.
flying around on a drone. People be trying to shoot it down to get the PS5.
Yeah, exactly.
I got me a big old
I know.
PS5 net to catch it.
No, I'm trying to shoot the damn thing down.
I say she's more of a heckler.
Shoot, that's like free money, baby. Shoot that drone up.
Hunting dogs to go fetch it out in the field.
I mean, yeah.
I'd shoot that drone big time.
PS5, baby.
But she
Score.
has no sense of humor.
Yeah.
She has never interacted with any of my other
That
videos before. I picked this
Keep
one.
shooting for
So
prizes. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, out where I live, they would be. That's the thing. Out where I live, people see that, they'd be like trying to shoot it down for free merchandise.
Oh yeah, baby. Give me that drone.
They'll start shooting back.
Yeah, now where LDG lives, you probably couldn't do that. You'd have all of Orlando PD on you. But here, out where I live, you could probably get away with it.
The drone shooting back at you.
How they gonna know?
Yeah, the drone will shoot back.
They probably
Watch out.
do. I probably do.
How
Amazon
could they
probably
catch
sent
you?
them-
How could they catch you? Really? You shoot the drone down.
Camera.
And weird stuff.
It would tell you just the last location on the drone, and that's it.
Well, if you shoot it down,
Taught.
They probably have little weaponized drones.
get a little
You never know.
weaponized robot.
Yeah, camera on it, but you smash the thing up, the damn camera won't be working no more.
Well, I mean, most likely, yes, that's the thing though. But then they have like a 911 call to the police on the so
Oh, they would have it up the
police
street.
on the way.
Well, they'd have the
Yeah,
street
something.
going.
How long does it
Judging
take?
by the
I
sound
mean,
of her
you shoot the thing down. How long does it take to
username,
get to it? Not
it
that
might
long.
be a
If you're
former cop.
but, you know.
We're shooting drones. Happy birthday, we're shooting down drones.
Yep.
I mean,
Alright, it's cold, not in the room.
When did you get that PS5?
I mean, I'm
One of those
I'm just being real, man.
Or her
yeah, you definitely could fly the
Or her
damn drones
astrological
around New York
side could
City.
be,
Holy
yeah.
cow, forget that noise. People definitely be going after them drones there.
I didn't bother asking what the username meant.
Put a parental advisors. We do not advise anybody to shoot down any drones for the stream. So
Don't shoot drones.
do not.
It's all a skit, right, LDG?
It's all part of the show.
It's a learning.
LDG, what is in the background of your picture? Oh, a second ago.
Apparently
it
one of
was
my
like,
videos got some.
was it like the ocean or was it smoke?
It could have been the ocean.
And
I
that's
wasn't
made her own
looking.
video.
It's random. It's random clips.
Yeah.
So
Random mess.
I was saying that this possibility was
Yeah.
a teacher story.
Random madness.
Manipulation.
JC Lee, did you have any
Oh.
special food for your birthday?
Hey.
Special meal?
You know,
Yeah, well, my wife
LDG,
makes steak.
you know what I saw today?
what?
which
You know
caused
what I
her
saw
to make a
today?
video about me,
It's
and I made a video in response to that.
They're making what's those things called? Pops or whatever. You know what the pops are, right?
Pops?
Yeah, the
POPS?
Yeah.
No clue.
You know, they're like bobbleheads or whatever.
Okay.
You've seen them before, I'm sure. The
I'm
pop,
sure.
Oh
Go
shit! Did I
ahead.
the
miss
little
your
pop
contest?
bobbleheads or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, get this.
Funko Pop?
Get this. They got Wanda and Vision at the little dining room table pop
Great.
from the
Great.
stick
I'm
from
not
that
good. I
first
wanted to
episode,
win.
basically.
Yeah. From the first, yeah.
I want to hear what JC was eating really quick. I was very interested. Did you have any good food for your birthday?
For dinner, my wife made she made steak. We were see the thing. That's why I was saying I didn't know if I was going to stream that because they were going to take me to the Texas Roadhouse, but it would had to go to the coast. But they didn't want to get out for the cold weather and stuff and get
And
back.
and
So they made home. We ate at home. So
if you talk to Tim Chris anytime soon, tell them they have Gundam figures out now again. The robots. You know what I mean?
It has 2
Because that's
degrees
what
where
was
you're at.
too.
Holy
I
shit!
was
It's
like,
48
dang,
degrees
man, they're
where I'm
coming out
at.
with everything now.
I know. I just looked at my phone. It was like 2 degrees. Like, I'm staying inside.
Yeah, it's
cold. They're coming out with all kinds of cool ass stuff that used to be back in the day. Because yeah, there was like a ton of Batman figures, tons of Gremlins, tons of.
I'm hoping to win a bunch of people over before that time comes. It's like a media blackout on the candidates, except for 2. May 13th and 14th. Oh boy, she's commented again. This chick, I swear. This person is completely oblivious to the possibility. Because my niece is a teacher. Lots of wonderful people are. After all they've gone through just to teach kids, they would not be used for political gain. You live in a fantasy world. I just can't, with her. I just read her comment. She is special. She said after all the hard work teachers have done, they would not be used for political gain. I don't think she's aware of the world around her. They have been politicizing the school system for a while with these mandates. Has she not been seeing the same thing we have? This chick I'm still having issues with on my video. Now she's saying that because of how hard the teachers have worked, they would not be used for political gain. I don't think that woman understands how things work. It's my most recent video is my response to her video. I think she's got a weird idea of how things really are. This close to the primaries and elections, of course, there's going to be stuff going on. She claims because her niece is a teacher, she knows. I'm on the ethics commission list to run. I got my website in my bio. I need all the help I can get in contributions. I have a lot of people to fight and things to fix. Oh yeah, I still got their show going in the background and forgot to close it. Because that woman commented again on my video, like she's claiming because she's her niece is a teacher, that she knows they wouldn't be used for political gain. I'm like, you've got to be out your goddamn mind. Like, really? You're. Uh, I, uh, I just don't even know what to do that way right now. I'm just like, wow. 10 comments or 10 notifications. Not all. Based on no facts. She's like, well, I mean, if we have someone poisoning our water system, that would be an issue too. But I just created a scenario based on no facts. That's fucking. She's a fucking idiot. And there actually is water contamination. What an idiot. Why do I've got to deal with stupid people on TikTok? Let me see if I can find an article that shows water contamination in Oklahoma. Yeah, I'll shut her up. Water contamination in Oklahoma 2022. We do have water contamination issues actually that should be addressed. So 50 people that she knows. I'm tired of this woman. That's a lot of ifs. Yeah, it's called a fucking theory, honey. That's why it's called theory and hypothetical. Because there is ifs. The ifs is because it is theoretically possible. Never said it was definite. I don't have that enough this woman, I really have. And even when I'm like, I try to bring up points, I just gonna keep it going. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm done. It's just becoming this dumb back and forth argument. I'm thinking this Leo woman is not mentally well. Trying to use water contamination or something as a point to prove. And I'm like, actually, we do have water contamination issues that we address. Thank you. Well, we got 3 people watching. But anywho, lots of hugs to all. Probably in the stream now. And go hang out in other streams, or just hang out with Raquel back here. I mean, whatever. I don't know. Okay. Lots of hugs to the 3 people who are watching. Mwah.
Laters.
Yeah.